Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit ActiveDay.com to apply.
Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
Really scary.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Let's go, ladies.
And we're back with another episode of Ring Rust Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. I'm your host, the most Don Wood, looking fine and feeling fine, oh baby. Guys, I'm losing weight. I'm looking svelte right now, dude. Getting ready for competition.
That because it's like 100 degrees?
Yep, it's just falling off.
Well, it does help. This is a good thing. They keep hydrated, man, but cut carbs. BJ, is it possible for an Italian to cut carbs?
You have to be really dedicated.
Seriously, is that
they get disowned though?
Is that literally the hardest thing in the whole entire world for someone to do? Because that's like I cut carbs. I don't eat bread right now. I don't eat any sort of pasta. And like I thought of those two things, and my friend Danny Napolitano was like, "Yo, what the fuck, no,
Yeah,
how do you eat, dude?
diet.
Huh? What are you
Why
gonna
does
dip your
Danny
bread in?"
Napolitano sound like Krusty the Clown?
He could, honestly, dude, he is. He's a little bit like Krusty the Clown.
Why is your laugh like Pee Wee Herman?
I lost my mind in the mountains. They into the mountains.
You
I
did
go,
sound like you're in a better mood.
I'm so
Usually you're just a
happy.
miserable piece of shit.
No.
true.
I love it, dude. I love the mountains. Is my happy place on this earth because I could just do whatever the hell I want. Fireworks and guns and smoking weed and shit.
That's cool.
Right in the middle, I got to be a parent or whatever. But it's whatever.
Yeah. Are you happy that you're gonna review WWE and AEW?
Dude, I got home.
Are you happy to bounce out for
I heard you watch a lot of wrestling.
I left at 4 a.m. this morning. Got home at 8:14. I've watched wrestling since I got home, dude. It has been unbelievable how much I don't like wrestling when forced into watching it back to back like that.
Now I don't know what to believe because that's different from what you said off air.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. Brandon Galvin, Mike Chiari,
What
my
is
buddies.
that?
I'm gonna err on the side of believing he watched nothing.
I'm so happy to be with my buddies. Mike Chiari, Brandon Galvin.
Doesn't matter if he did watch it or not. He knows nothing.
That's true.
Yeah, what's
I mean, it's
different?
not like we're gonna be breaking down Raw and SmackDown that much, anyways. So
Yeah.
Nah, but
Exactly.
We're gonna preview.
Dude, we got to talk about three things. Goldberg's a fucking star. Saudi Arabia is going to kick him out. And fucking AEW got WWE in the mud. Dude, that's it, baby. Every damn week I heard it.
Evergreen. Anyways, we're gonna preview Night of Champions. We got Dirty Busters, and Mike Carr brings us the lies and rumors going around pro wrestling.
Lot of them this
why they're
week.
fucking dumb. It's a big one, Donnie.
I won't stick around.
All right, there you go. We got the WWE
Fuck
fantasy
that,
standings update. Donnie's gonna leave for that because he's a coward.
How am I
Fan
doing, Mike?
emails and so much more.
Just tell me
how
where
are
I'm
you
at.
doing?
Yeah, just tell me where I'm at.
Worse than me and worse than BG.
Ooh, bad spot to be in, Donnie.
I was in like second place last week. That could mean you guys are in first and second.
I think you took a lot of L's. Is what happened.
Yeah.
Nah, not me. Nah, not me, dude.
In life,
Not
in
with
fantasy,
not with Trevor
Some of those
Zegras
L's.
on the case, brother.
Can I be honest with you about him?
Sure.
When he first came up, I was like, oh man, I think this guy's gonna be really good.
Yeah, 2 fucking
And
20
then he
goal
was a
seasons.
total disappointment.
Well, why? Tell me why.
And-
If you watch the
Tell
Ducks.
me why.
He's a total disappointment, which makes him a perfect fit for Philly.
Okay, here's the truth. I felt the exact same way. And admittedly, the first 2 seasons, all I see them from far. But last season especially, I watch a lot of Ducks games. I hate watching a lot of Ducks. Let me check that. I hate watching a lot of Ducks games because of Cutter Gauthier, right? So I have a vendetta. So what I noticed, I really started liking because he's like Morgan Frost, but if he didn't suck offensively. Right? So here's the thing. It's good upside. 24 years old. We gave up Ryan Poehling, who's fucking nothing.
Say this. You didn't trade much to get him.
Nothing.
So
Ryan Poehling's nothing, positive. And fucking was a second-round pick, dude. Fucking Trevor Zeke putting Mitchkoff connecting with him. Puck it up, baby. We're pucking it up.
He has a chance to succeed because he doesn't have Tortorella. Tortorella would bench him in 3 games.
Honestly, Tockett's going to be like, guys, go out there, have fun. Huh? Go have fun. Go kiss him on the head. Mwah. Go ahead. Get out there. Have a good time. Mike?
Do you enjoy hockey talk?
I do.
No.
Me too. Draft this week. Hell yeah.
I'm going out for it, Mike.
It's a great week. NBA draft and NHL draft back to back. I love that.
Honestly, I will not care about the NBA draft on Thursday because who cares about the second round, okay?
So stupid.
I can't handle it.
Yeah,
okay?
that's true.
But honestly, after the first 9 picks.
Got drafted in the second round one time.
No one knew then.
After the first, unless Bronny's coming out again, no one cares, okay? I don't even care.
Well, we get Bryce James probably in a couple of years.
That's
maybe
good.
1 year.
I'm really excited for that. Can't wait to get all 3 of them.
Bryce.
Go ahead, I'm done. I'm mad. I will say this: I am actually going out for a Flyers draft party, baby.
That's fun.
I hope they draft another bust.
I hope we trade out of the pick and just ruin the vibe. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna trade back to 13.
I hope the Sabres trade their fucking pick too.
We're gonna trade with each other. It's gonna be so frustrating.
Give you a goddamn player.
Doesn't this draft fucking blow?
No. I think there's definitely a.
Oh, does this draft blow?
No, I don't think so.
I would say there's maybe 3 or 4 potentially really good players, and it gets very murky after that.
Yeah, I would argue beyond the first 2, it's pretty murky.
Schaefer, Misa, maybe Martone, maybe Hagens, and then it's kind of
Yeah,
this is why our podcast has no fucking ratings.
You asked! And then you got it succinct. Here's the problem.
The reason our podcast has no ratings is because Donnie acts like an asshole.
I changed that.
Acting like a normal human being
I changed
right now.
that. I actually changed that.
So I was trying to not.
No, it's cool.
Okay.
Here, listen, I'm gonna jump ahead of this one real quick. Somebody on YouTube yelled at me and said I was being mean to the fans and stuff like that. You know what?
That's true.
I'm sorry. I'm changing my ways. From now on, I support the people. And I love everybody for helping us. And honestly, any dollar counts, and we appreciate you so much. Even if you don't give any money, thank you for listening all these years. We're very appreciative.
There you go. Look at that.
Well, you heard it there first, guys. If you want to see how that plays out over the course of the next several weeks, tune in to Ring Rust Radio. Get us anywhere you get your podcast. Interact with us on Twitter at Ring Rust Radio. If you want to email us, be part of the show, send to ringrustradio@gmail.com. Buy our merchandise, ProWrestlingTees.com/RingRustRadio. So many great designs, including Cut Your Dick! Donnie's attempting to cut the dick-headedness out of his life.
I am. I really am. It's a new. I turned a new leaf. I went for a walk.
Self-circumcision of his personality.
Is that why so much is missing now?
I think it was always that way. Support us at patreon.com/RingRustRadio, where you can hear ad-free episodes, sign for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views, and so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Also, check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube for updated clips and Triple R Gaming. Donnie, BG, and fans of the show have been playing different games like Schedule 1, Chained Together, Headliners, and Midnight Murder Club each week, and posting early access on patreon.com/RingRustRadio well before it hits YouTube. If you're interested in joining a session, email ringrustradio@gmail.com.
We have a lot of fun over there. BJ, don't we?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
We did Atlas Trials with Skeens.
That was pretty,
fucking
honestly,
awesome.
Super graphic. It is a horror movie
That
game.
is fucking
And
crazy.
honestly, Mike, it is...
Yeah.
I have never played a game like this. And it is... You see dick. You see brutal murders.
So you're a huge fan of it.
Dude, honestly...
It's a great game.
It's fucking wild, dude. I've never experienced a game like this. It is fucking truly outlandish. I love it. And it's on there. And we have a lot of fun. So, and if you have ideas for games to play, I'm going to be playing Doom because I'm starting to get October ready with a bunch of fun games. So I'm going to play all the Doom games one by one. So that's going to be fun. Every single Doom game I can acquire via...
Even OG PC?
I have, Mike, so if you have Game Pass for Xbox, you can have all 1, 2, 3, Eternal, the one that came out in 2016.
N64 one?
The N64 one, yeah, all of them. So I'm going to do a 30-minute playthrough on the hardest possible difficulty of every game.
Did you ever
just see how shitty I do.
Emulator you were talking about getting?
Say again?
Did you end up getting that emulator you were talking about getting?
Yes, I have multiple emulators now. Yes, I got one. My kids both got one that is more the shape of a actual Game Boy, the original, right, with the triggers on the back, right, and it's a full emulator. But also the one I got from my buddy Spencer, he built me one. It's the Retroid one. It's Retroid 4. The screen itself is 8 inches by 3 inches, so it's massive. And
so they're both handheld ones?
So they're both handhelds, yes.
Okay.
But I also have my emulator that's the original Xbox. So they took the big old black original Xboxes, they gutted them out, used the original hardware, but put all new software in them. So it's like 8,000 games or something like that. And you got to use the Duke. Remember the Duke controller?
I still have one.
I do too. I like to give it to people who are playing with me. I have a nice, comfy new one. I make them hold that one. I'm like, hope you don't mind carrying this cumbersome ass controller for 2 hours.
It took a lot of adjustments to get used to the controller.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, basically you just had to lay it on your lap.
It's fucking massive.
I can't believe we're talking about this. Gaming's a thing. People hate that we mix wrestling and gaming. I don't care. Talk wrestling now.
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the mark. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the number one source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring Rust.
It's time to talk wrestling. Again, I watched so much AEW. I even watched NXT. I went back, I watched Worlds Collide again, because I felt like I didn't give it a suffice look through the first time. Sure. But RIP, I have no deaths, but Liv Morgan's shoulder died, which is definitely going to accelerate this Roxanne Perez program.
I feel like that happened to her before, her shoulder, and she missed a lot of time with that.
Oh.
Hold on a minute. Are you reporting that? Did you read that?
I remember the last time she missed.
But you didn't corroborate. Hold on.
Sure it was her shoulder.
But you didn't corroborate it.
Because I'm not reporting it.
But what the fuck are we doing here, dude? Like, this is so Dave Meltzer. You just Dave Meltzer. I think it was so.
It was a little Meltzian.
Yeah.
It's not, because I'm not reporting it. I'm not framing it as a report. I'm going off my memory.
But we look at you to do that.
Yes.
All right, I'm going on Wikipedia.
No, you talk, Mike, you talk. BJ, you corroborate. He's the corroborator.
See if she injured her shoulder before.
Just ask ChatGPT. I'll ask ChatGPT.
No, don't do that. Very unfortunate. I know me and BG especially joke around about Liv Morgan a lot to kind of make George mad. But I will say, she has improved a lot in the ring over the years, and she has
and on the mic. She's been fun as shit as a character.
I don't know about the mic.
Yo, her character has been a fucking focal point.
The character,
fun
sure,
every
but the
single
mic
week.
work overall is not good. That's the one area I would like to see her really progress in, but that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is she's been a key player for them on Raw for, basically the better part of the past couple of years now. So, it's a significant loss for them. What I will say, though, is it's actually they have the pieces in place to recover from this very well, and it's actually going to work out very well to where, Liv goes on the shelf, but then you can have Roxanne slide right in as Raquel's tag team partner, and you can build this relationship between her and Raquel, and then Roxanne's trying to maybe move in on Dom, and Liv is going to be gone for reportedly months at this point, and then when she comes back, it's going to be a lot like when Rhea was out for a significant amount of time.
It's going to be the exact same storyline. Mm-hmm. It's going to turn her face.
Right, and it's great because she's going to get a huge babyface reaction when she comes back, so it's actually... you never want somebody to get hurt, but I think it's actually going to play out very well for what the story they're trying to tell us.
Yeah, sometimes you can make good things happen, especially at a time like this. We always say that storylines can get stale if they're there all the time. So when the person leaves, but it's actually a medical reason, it's like, oh, wow, well, we just build it right into that. And also, if they don't do something to where, Roxanne kind of like walks off with Dom and is just like, Liv's just standing there by herself, and then Rhea walks in and be like, see? Doesn't feel so good now, does it? Just walks away, please. For the love of God. Oh my God!
Mike,
There you go. The internet would
Mike is
come
correct.
all over itself. For the
Did you
record,
say Mike is correct?
the
I-
internet.
May 2023, Liv suffered a shoulder injury and she was out. She had to vacate the titles, which I'm hoping that they don't vacate the titles. Roxanne just kind of slides in there. And like you guys said, it's going to be a blessing in disguise. I mean, I feel like people have been wanting to cheer Liv Morgan anyways recently.
Mm-hmm.
And so for when she comes back, it's going to be just a massive pop. And
By the way,
Mhm.
unlike Melt, I'm not brain dead, so I'm able to remember things from a couple years ago. That's how I knew that she injured her shoulder.
Oh, hold on a minute. Hold
I
on.
didn't
It's not
remember
about
that,
that. It's
so-
not about that. It's not about that. It's about your gut instinct is to double
Was
check.
right.
Well, no,
It
your
was
gut
right.
your gut instinct to
My
double
gut
check.
instinct was right.
No, your memory was right. Your gut instinct to just run with your memory was a fucking faulty thought
It was
process.
right, though.
Yeah, this one time, Dave.
I trust
Okay.
my
Yeah,
initial
okay.
instinct most
All
of the
right.
time because
No.
I have a good memory. So I
I
remember
got
these things.
I,
usually.
for real quick. I got a fraud
I'm not
alert.
Donald Wood.
I'm setting a
fried my
fraud
brain
alert for you,
30
Dave
years.
Jr. Fraud alert. Mike's on fraud alert with Dave Jr. Shit like that.
If I was wrong, then I would be on fraud alert.
I don't
That is a
know.
good point.
It's not fraud alert. I just said fraud alert.
I think he's correct again.
Damn it.
I just think it's crazy that that's how she got hurt, because you rarely ever have seen that.
It didn't look bad at all. She was just bracing
Right?
for
It just,
a-
it's such a routine thing that she got hurt on that had me, I was like, how is it that doesn't happen more often? Same when they're
People
just
don't have weak
jumping-
shoulders. She has
See,
weak
that
shoulders.
previous shoulder injury that I knew about
Mhm.
probably weakened her shoulder.
That's true. The labrum was previously torn or loosened.
Hmm.
Look, I'm Mike.
Yeah, you
Look
know-
at me.
you know
I'm
that?
being Mike. Look at me. I'm being Mike, guys. Look at me.
I'm surprised you actually know where the
Really
labrum is
doctor.
located.
I sure,
Mhm.
dude, I hurt the shit out of my shoulder. They're telling me all this stuff that's wrong with it now, and I'm like, oh, cool, great. They're like, your rotator cuff is seriously inflamed. You're like, oh, great. Can you fix it? Yeah, okay, sad R.I.P. Liv Morgan.
R.I.P.
Good kudos to, I've been waiting for Roxanne Perez to get that, like, ooh on the main roster here with the storyline, and it's happening now, baby. So, like I said, perfect. But I will say this, Night of Champions, maybe not perfect. This is happening Saturday night.
Well, Saturday night
afternoon.
in Saudi, Saturday afternoon in the U.S.
Yeah.
afternoon.
Iran acting like a fucking pussy, getting stomped, gonna ruin everybody's fucking plans, dude. America, fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Coming again to see the motherfucking day, yeah? Every day. So I'm
Someone
not,
should do a remix of that song.
I don't know. I don't know if this is even gonna fucking happen. We're gonna pick it and pretend like there's not a conflict in the Middle East
It
again.
is fascinating that they are not moving it.
Well, here's the thing.
You gotta stare down the
They-
barrel of a fucking Saudi government, dude. And also
Your
the Saudis are
options-
making them.
Their options here are, and people say like on Twitter, like they should move it. Well, it's not really a viable option.
That's not how the millions of dollars the Saudi government
You can
spend
move it,
work.
but you're in a matter of a couple days, you're going to move it into a venue and sell tickets? I don't think so. You could move it to like the Performance Center and have no fans if you
I
wanted,
was
but
thinking about that.
really your only options if you're not doing that are have it or cancel it.
Mike, can I stop you for a hot
okay.
minute here and use some of my travel expertise? I
Sure.
say expertise as loosely as a man can say that in this situation.
I appreciate that.
So the idea that they can't go there is because that the airspace around Saudi Arabia has been shut down to traffic. Is that
Commercial.
correct? To commercial
Yes,
traffic.
to civilian flights, I guess.
Okay. So
Now,
But
would
does
this
a
be a
chartered
civilian
flight
flight?
count in that?
and
That's my question.
Wouldn't this be
also
a business trip?
Also, that is not necessarily true. So Qatar, I saw that they had previously closed their
Qatar.
airspace. It's Qatar. I say Qatar. I will say Qatar. But that they could access the Saudi Arabian Peninsula through Qatar without going through any other airspace if they're allowed. Also, Qatar is a close ally with the United States in that sense. So I really don't foresee this being a major issue. When the attacks happened initially, everything was shut down because everything's been kind of, everybody's cautious, but there's no they can still go places. Is it more dangerous? Of course it's more dangerous. You're fucking like you said, and also, is it going to be permitted with the charter flight? But the Saudi government is paying for this shit. They want the shit. They're going to get the shit.
Supposedly there's a ceasefire. I know no country has ever violated a ceasefire in the history
Not
of the
once.
world.
Not once, dude.
You know, but supposedly there's a ceasefire. I don't know what the right answer is. I do like.
Make CM Punk go. That's the right answer. Put him
I
on the
can't
front.
believe that.
You know what I would do? I put him on the front of the plane like Looney Tunes. Strap him to the front, so if they do get shot, it's his dumb ass
Make him
first.
the propeller.
Yes, him and Sami Zayn, one on either side, dude.
Oh
Just
my
make,
God.
yeah. Well, no, Sami Zayn's
Obviously,
a
you
hypocrite
want
too.
Obviously, you want to prioritize the safety of the wrestlers and the staff and everything like that. Also, I would say everybody involved probably has a lot more knowledge of what's going on than we do. I'm sure
really?
I'm sure WWE has a line to the United States government in some sense. To
I think
have
it'd be pretty easy. He's a Hall of Famer.
there you go.
Yo,
So,
Vince's ex or current wife runs the education department.
There
They
you
got
go.
it. Don't worry. She's like, hey, Donnie, need a little scoop from you. We got to get to Saudi. And he's like, listen, baby, give me a titty pic. I'll do whatever we got to do.
what?
You know, he plowed through Linda just to show Vince that shit.
Who did? Triple H?
No, Donald
Talking
Trump.
about Donald Trump.
Oh, Donald.
Donald Trump plowed Linda McMahon just
I
to
don't think
show.
he plowed through much.
I don't know. You say what you want, but guess what? For money, they'll tell you plowed.
That's true. Anything else?
This is the worst podcast ever.
Anything else?
This is what happens. You want positive me. This is what you get, dude. This is the positive me.
This is crazy.
Good. No, I got no.
I think the show is probably happening. I'll
Yeah,
just say that. I
me
think
too.
it's probably happening.
They're making a
I
ceasefire
think the way
for
Michael Cole
entertainment.
was talking on Raw.
And obviously the way they spoke was it's happening. They already had reportedly a bunch of staff already over in Saudi Arabia to set up. So
Yeah.
the question is just going to be, can
Undertaker's
you get the
definitely
wrestlers
there.
over?
You know what I mean?
What's that?
Undertaker's definitely there already. The guy,
Yeah.
the Prince of Saudi Arabia fucking loves that dude. You know what I mean? He's out here saying Blue Lives Matter and shit. He's got the Saudi Prince some crazy shit. All right, let's talk about Night of Champions, baby. Get your D'Lo Brown heads out. Shake them. Loosen up your necks. Oh, let me get cracked. Oh. Are you motorboating someone? What is that? You're like, baby, you're like, baby, come here. I got to get ready for this segment. I need a motorboat before I can take my picks. That's a great gimmick, dude.
It gets me into a good headspace.
Honestly, it's a great gimmick, dude. Like, I can't even think about making selections until I get titties in my face. Bring them here.
Karrion Crossfight does that before matches.
Hell yeah, dude. He's right. He's right. Guess what? Dude knew it all along. Also, jiu-jitsu master. Just like me. Who you got? How's it shake out? Night of Champions style. King of the Ring. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Mike, who you got?
So I was actually hoping that Sammy was gonna win his matchup with Orton, just because I think it would have made this a little bit more unpredictable.
Yeah, we definitely told that story last week, and you got me so excited. And it
I
didn't
know.
come.
I know.
Yo, I got
first
so excited, and then it didn't happen. And I was like, oh, fucking course it didn't.
I do still view Sammy as facing Gunther at SummerSlam, though. I guess it just won't come through King of the Ring, but
But
I
where
do
does so Gunther's facing somebody without the championship because he's losing it to the Berg, bro?
yikes. No, he's not. Anyways, but Randy versus Cody, I think, is a match that people have wanted to see ever since Cody came back. It's two of your biggest stars that you have. I think it's gonna be a great match. But I don't see any scenario where Randy wins here. Cody is clearly winning, and he's gonna go challenge Cena at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think it's a really great way as far as, having a tournament like this where you got Cody against Jay, two big baby faces, Cody and Randy, where it's not just we all wanted a feud, but you didn't need to turn Randy Orton heel to get the match, and I don't think people really want Randy Orton turned heel right now.
That's the
beautiful
beautiful
part.
part.
Yeah,
Honestly, that's the
exactly.
beautiful thing in
And so-
tournaments. Like, you can do these one-off things.
Yep.
Look,
Come
what
back
are
to
these
it
two
when you
baby
get
faces
there.
fighting over? Advancing in the tournament. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
easy. There's
And
your
that's-
storyline.
It's so great, and Sammy and Randy Orton had a really entertaining match on SmackDown, so I really enjoyed
Cody
this.
and Jay was good.
Yeah, that was a great match, and I really enjoy it. I like Jay.
It was really good.
I mean,
Mid-card mafia.
I'm looking
matches
forward
there.
to that. I'm really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I agree.
Have they ever wrestled one-on-one, Mike?
Yes.
Here we go. The human encyclopedia.
During Cody's first run, I believe they feuded when Cody was a heel and Randy was a face.
Okay.
Like a brief feud. It might have even been over the IC title.
Is that when
I
Ted,
wasn't watching
before
during
Ted
that time.
DiBiase was an embezzlement? Man?
Yes, before Ted DiBiase was an embezzlement man, but after Legacy was a thing.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay.
before Mike brought upon us the Sami Zayn idea that we all loved and got this point over,
Yep.
I think we all
My
thought
bad.
Cody Rhodes was the easy choice here to win the whole
Agreed.
tournament before he even started. So I'm sticking with that pick.
And they're definitely not
I don't-
going back to Randy Orton.
Right, because they
just
just
did it.
had that in St. Louis, and you build it as the last time they're going to wrestle each other. So it's like, you know, I think time. And it would
You
not
could do
shock
Randy
me.
versus Gunther, I guess, but like Randy would like it would
Goldberg.
make no sense if he's like,
Keep-
I don't want to
keep
face
saying it
John
wrong.
Cena.
It wouldn't even make yeah, exactly. That would make no sense for Randy Orton to say I don't want to face John Cena. So to me, this was the best route. If he wasn't going to win Money in the Bank, then winning King of the Ring is the best route for Cody to get another championship match against John Cena, getting screwed at WrestleMania. It would not surprise me if he wins the championship back at SummerSlam.
Yeah, well, you're wrong as shit. Gunther is going to lose to Goldberg, and then Goldberg goes on to SummerSlam to fight Gunther again and give
This
it
is
back.
a retirement match.
Until he wins the title, bud. I don't know what to tell you.
This isn't Bryan Danielson. This is it. This is a retirement
I
match.
don't think so, but
Okay.
how many times have we thought that with Bill?
Are you calling Goldberg a liar?
I'm sorry. I think he's. Hey, listen, it's on this in wrestling. He said some things that ain't true. You know what I mean?
It was so weird on Raw when they do this interview segment with Goldberg, and then Michael Cole, they cut to him like, oh, you know, like after the cameras were stopped rolling, like I asked Goldberg, you know, what if you win the championship? He's like, well, I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
He's gonna take it with him, just
Exactly.
like John Cena.
No.
There's gonna be no world titles left.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
look at me.
man.
Look at me. Both of you. Both. Look at me right now in my face. He's jobbing out Gunther.
There's no chance.
14 seconds, dude. Gunther comes out to shake his hand. He spears him. Perfect jackhammer. Fucking new world champion, dude. The
Why would
whole
Gunther
wide
shake his
world.
hand?
Because he's made a
I don't
mistake.
think it's
That's
happening.
why.
Triple H loves Gunther, hates Goldberg.
Hates Goldberg.
Always has, I think always will. So I just think it's just a one-off.
Vince is back, dude, behind the scenes. I'm getting a feeling Vince is fucking
not do
coming
this.
back, dude. Because I heard.
If Vince was actually booking this, it would not surprise me if he beat Gunther for the championship.
Hell yeah, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's the booking we need right now, dude.
No,
That's
it's
not
not.
the booking we need right
14,
now.
yo,
So not.
14
The booking we need
seconds,
is not
dude.
Goldberg as world champ.
I want,
No,
here's what I want.
Goldberg.
Here's what I want. I want Gunther, like Ludwig Kaiser's like taking his jacket, and like they reach over, they give
He's
a little.
not his
Hold on,
buddy anymore. He's
look
gonna
at
be
me.
taking his jacket.
Look at me. They give a
It
little.
seems
They
like
give.
weeks.
They give each other little kisses, a little. Mwah, right? As soon as Gunther turns around, big boot from fucking Goldberg. He's out. 14 seconds.
Has Goldberg ever done a big boot in his life?
It's Sheamus
He
and
must
Daniel.
have.
Closest he
It's
came is when he
Sheamus.
karate kicked
It's Sheamus.
Bret Hart
Bret Hart.
into a seizure.
It was by accident, dude. You should keep your hand up, bud. I'll tell you.
Um, no. Gunther's going to retain the championship.
Yes, 100%.
When is that happening again? I totally
Saturday night's
remember.
main event, July 12th.
By
That's-
12.
I was fast forwarding.
They're only doing it to go up against AEW.
I knew
Even
it,
though
dude.
it's on, even
That's-
though it's on
Goldberg
at night
wanted
and
that.
AEW starts at like 2 o'clock, right?
Goldberg wanted to
Why
go
does
to
Meltz keep
AEW.
saying that? It's on at night.
Dude, Goldberg wanted to go to AEW. Tony
Wait,
wouldn't
AEW
pay
starts
him.
at like 2 o'clock?
Tony
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
pay him.
during the day.
Why?
Who
I
shows
don't know,
during the
but
day?
why? My question is, why does Meltz keep saying, "Oh, it was always going to be Goldberg" because they want to go head to head with All In? They're not going head to head with All In at all.
They're going head to head with All In like a bunch of cowards, dude.
They're not. They're later in the day.
Dude, it's so stupid.
Yeah, it's at 1 o'clock.
That's what I'm saying.
What is? What is it?
So
1
why
o'clock?
was Meltz crying this?
What
night?
is it?
AEW. is
All
at 1
In?
o'clock.
In Texas?
Yeah. Yeah.
Starts
What the
at 1
hell?
p.m.?
Why,
Yeah.
Mike, why is that happening?
You know, I'll tell you why. They're tired of hearing you guys complain about how late it fucking ends. Okay?
Honestly,
So now
good.
it's going to
Honestly,
end at 11:15. Enjoy your night. You just got to watch it all
Did you
12
just say
hours.
that it's going to end at 11:15?
Yes.
An hour pay-per-view.
Honestly, that would not shock me.
I swear to God, that's exactly what's going to happen. If you think I'm fucking joking, take the number of matches, times it by 30, and you got it, dude. That's how many minutes we're going to need.
It's crazy.
I'm telling you right now, I think that's what's going to happen.
So they're
Jade
going
Carter.
right up against NXT.
Yeah, they're gonna bury him. They're gonna bury him.
Interesting.
Yeah, Asuka versus Jade Cargill. They're gonna be entering hour 9 against NXT.
NXT starts at 3 p.m.
And then they could be like, yo, dude, but the averages.
NXT, so if AEW starts at 1 and NXT starts at 3, I'm still saying NXT ends before All In.
100%. I 100%.
Oh, easily. Absolutely.
You said there's a pay-per-view later in the night, too?
No, Saturday night's main event.
What time does that start?
8.
Like,
What time does it end? 10?
10.
I will bet you, I'll bet you that AEW goes
over on
over Saturday night's main event. Yes. 100%. 100%, dude. Because it's 11 Eastern time. If we're in Texas, that's Central time.
If that happened, Meltz would still be like, oh yeah, WWE wanted to go head to head with them. That's why they had Saturday night's main event on, rather than saying like AEW was trying to go head to head by extending the pay-per-view.
They're gonna take an intermission, an hour and 15-minute intermission.
No, they don't need it. They're gonna have 20 matches.
You're right, dude. They don't need it. They got such a good roster. You're right. Asuka versus Jade Cargill. I think greener than goose shit wins. Listen, I like Jade Cargill. She went to WWE because she wants to be a big star one day outside the ring. I get it. You go to WWE to get to The Rock. I understand how this works. She's greener than goose shit. She ain't ready for the spotlight. Asuka's the fucking real deal in every form or fashion. Cool ass mask. I'm tired of this bullshit. Jade's gonna win. Asuka deserves it more.
I think there's interesting paths you could take with both of them winning. I really liked how they teased Asuka and Io Sky.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Why?
Like, because they were both in Damage Control together, and they're two of the best in the world.
Okay, nothing else?
Why are you saying?
I was asking you.
Good flip.
Yeah, and I answered. I'm waiting for you to answer.
Because they're Asian.
There we go. Okay. Anyways, would fucking love for that match to happen, and Asuka could win King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring to make that happen. But I think it's going to be Jade, and I think that the reason is you have multiple ways you could go if Jade wins. So I think she'll win, and then you could have like, okay, maybe she goes and faces Tiffany at SummerSlam, or maybe Naomi cashes in on Tiffany before that, and we end up getting Naomi versus Jade, or maybe Jade beats Tiffany at SummerSlam, and then Naomi cashes in right away on Jade. So you get big time heat on Naomi, and she screws over Jade, who she's been feuding with for months. I like the directions they could potentially go with that. Whereas, you know, Asuka is Asuka. She's one of the all-time greats, and I think you can still get to her versus Io even without Queen of the Ring, and I hope that happens.
Okay, Mike, in reference to your Asian racism earlier, I also want to reference that. I want to go back to Jimmy from Lorraine. He sent me a great match that I actually did get to watch. It was from IWGP. And it was a timestamp he sent me, but I thought it was the date because you know how in like other countries they do the dates all fucked up. Well, I was like, man, what's 30714? Is this from 2014? Like, what the fuck, March? Like, what is this? But it's Surrey versus Sari, and great match. Also, in this chain, he sent me a bunch of. Have you seen this? Have you seen Ric Flair shitting himself in restaurants and getting kicked out? People finding him drunk on the sidewalk with his kneecaps all scraped up.
Somebody said, has anybody else had Ric Flair shit his pants in their restaurant or bar?
Does Ric Flair keep coming?
Here.
Does Ric Flair keep coming to your restaurant and shitting himself? This is from Reddit Tampa. Honcho Poncho 824. Man has shit himself like 6 times this year, drunk as F, at bars and other restaurants. He gets thrown out of Water Street places all the time. Hey man, service engineer having to deal with this shit too? Here's another one from Tampa. Anyone else pick Ric Flair up off the sidewalk today? Just me? Alright. He just frequented the Pearl. Guy's kneecaps are bleeding. Very intoxicated.
You weren't there for it, but after NXT in Philly last year for WrestleMania, we went to Xfinity Live, and that's when Ric Flair showed up, and that's where he was like asking a lady on the microphone if she wanted to ride Space Mountain and shit.
That's right.
BG and George and I were kind of discussing, like, I wonder if he shat himself there.
I mean, honestly, dude, let me tell you something. I am 37 years old, and it's hard to keep my asshole in control anymore. You know
really?
I mean? It is, yeah, it is.
You should get that checked out.
Yeah, well, here's no. You hold on. You haven't just farted you didn't just randomly fart sometimes now, where you couldn't before.
Is it because it's so loose?
It's like it does sound like this. It goes. It's not even a fart. It just goes like an old timey car, dude. John Cena versus CM Punk.
Wait.
I thought Women's hospital retreat. It would be the pettiest thing for Naomi to fly all the way to Saudi Arabia during tension of the Middle East to screw over Jade Cargill.
I did consider that possibility.
That would be incredible, dude. Hate.
Remember when AJ did that to LA Knight?
Yep, yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was amazing.
Also, let's not ignore Xavier Woods dressed like the Player Haters Ball from the Chappelle Show.
They're amazing.
Hate.
I do think Jade just wins here. Asuka is here to put her over.
Yeah, big time carrying
Mike
match.
mentioned, maybe Naomi cashes in on Jade. Has there ever been a show with 2 cash-ins? Because it would not be out of the realm of possibility for Cody to beat Cena and Seth Rollins to cash in on him and continue their rivalry.
I don't think there ever has been.
So that would be, a little history making right there.
It's possible one on each night.
The Saudis are trying to clear up their name a little bit here. They want to get
I'm talking about
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam,
dude.
I don't know. What if the Crown Prince was like, I want to cash in? What if he forced them to do a cash in Saudi Arabia? He's got the clout.
I mean, once we get to this next match, I think there could at least be the tease of a cash in, but I don't think there's going to be a cash in.
Okay.
Yeah, can't happen with Naomi.
No.
All right.
This is not a women's championship match.
John Cena versus CM Punk.
Ooh, baby.
What do you mean, ooh, baby? It's mid-card mafia, dude. CM Punk's a shell of the man he once was. John Cena is mid-card as fuck in terms of his in-ring ability. There's no spice to this. I don't care how many times Cena talks his shit. No spice. And CM Punk looks like a total hypocrite. I gotta take a step back and I gotta say, CM Punk, I don't care what he does in this situation. He's the biggest fucking hypocrite in the world for the shit he does. And he looks like a total piece of shit. I have no interest in this. John Cena just wins. I'm out.
You didn't enjoy that segment on SmackDown?
No. Watch? I think I might have fast-forwarded a little of it.
Yeah,
fast-forward at the end.
Punk and Cena is one of the greatest rivalries of the past 20 years. It's not even a question. Punk by far gets the most out of Cena in ring. I think the only person who else is in that conversation is AJ Styles. But, Punk and
Kevin
Cena,
Owens.
they always have... he was burying Kevin Owens. Punk and Cena always have... Yep, true. Punk and Cena always have great matches. I think they'll have a great match here. And the build, especially the last couple weeks, has been fantastic. SmackDown, that segment was awesome. Just a parody of CM Punk's pipe bomb. Cena taking all the shit that Punk said in the pipe bomb, turning it back on him, was just excellent.
It was kind of stupid
anybody
and cheesy.
crying. It was not cheesy.
It was really cheesy. Let's just be honest. It was cheesy. This is fucking legit cheesy, dude.
That was by far the best thing he's done in the heel turn.
God.
And that was such a great flip. First off, with everything.
What a low bar to get under. The best thing he's done since the heel turn. The heel turn sucked.
He's had a couple good parts, especially recently. He's done very well. And the whole thing with Ron Killings, where they just replicated what happened in 2011. That was great.
Because Ron Killings, he had a match against Cena.
Yep.
In 2011, and then that led to the pipe bomb, and then it happened again. It repeated itself, which is very cool.
That's great stuff.
Yeah, and then people are not really getting Cena, it's just like a cheap knockoff of the pipe bomb. It's that's the fucking point. He's turning it around on him. He's telling you why he's a hypocrite, which is the thing that people like Donnie are running with right now. That CM Punk's
no. He is a real
life
hypocrite.
Eating it up, man. Eat it up.
No. His promo sucked, and he's a hypocrite.
Go watch it.
Both of them.
Feed me more. It was great.
Hold up, dude. Hold up. More. The Ryback references are always appreciated. One of the most underrated guys of that generation, dude.
Yikes.
Team Hell No isn't a fucking success without Ryback. Bottom line.
That's certainly not true.
That's not
bottom line.
They were really successful.
Bottom line, dude. The Brothers of Destruction don't achieve the monumental greatness they do without Ryback.
How does he have anything to do with the Brothers of
Destruction? They had that
match.
match.
No, you're talking Team Hell No.
Yeah.
That's different people. At least one of the people are different. Anyways, I thought that was a great promo, and I love just a fucking random callback mentioning Cesaro and mentioning Matt Cardona and mentioning Dolph Ziggler, and the AEW people were like, oh, that's code for Colt Cabana and Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. And then a clip comes out from around the time of WrestleMania 29. It's a press conference for WrestleMania 29, and Punk's getting interviewed, wearing a Cesaro shirt, name drops Dolph Ziggler, name drops Zack Ryder, and basically shits on Cena versus The Rock being in the main event, which is obviously what he was referencing. Such a deep cut, but that was awesome.
Cena's awesome.
Yeah, great build. I'm very much excited for this match. The match is going to be great. But I think Cena wins. I actually really would love for Punk to win. I want him to be world champion sooner than later.
Oof.
But Cena's going to win, and I think we're going to get just all kinds of interference in this match. I could see Ron Killings getting involved. I think we are going to get an attempted cash in here with Rollins. And I could see, especially this is the main event, which I think it will be.
Definitely.
Maybe this is where Roman comes back. If you're getting him in for
Easy
SummerSlam,
easy payday.
I assume you want Roman for SummerSlam. This is probably the spot to bring him back because your only other option is Saturday night's main event. I mean, I don't think he's showing up at Evolution and spearing Io Sky. I mean, I don't think that's
Holy
happening.
shit, right off the fucking ladder, dude.
I would love that match, though. But I think maybe Roman comes
you're a
back.
girl.
Roman comes back to kind of stop Seth from cashing in, since Seth is the one that put him on the shelf. And then maybe somewhere in there, he ends up accidentally screwing over Punk. That's how Cena takes advantage and wins. And you can get to Roman versus Punk singles match at SummerSlam, which is one of the biggest matches you can do. I don't know what you're doing with Punk otherwise. That's big enough for SummerSlam.
Let him retire.
I think that would be a good way to get to it.
They could run back the triple threat for Mania. Basically, SummerSlam could be a rematch city.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely
Cody
Cody
Cena.
Cena.
Be really great.
Right, Cody Cena.
Be really awesome.
I can't see Roman flying to Saudi Arabia during all this.
Big money.
What's happening in the world? Sure is, but I don't think he needs it.
Not with those teeth, you don't need it.
Boom.
Jacob.
Cena. I think Cena wins because I definitely. The thing is that Cody and Cena, that match got shit on by pretty much everybody, and I don't think they want to go out like that. And I think you have to have the championship for it. So it would be awesome for Punk to win, but I think Cena retains and then goes and faces Cody.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu,
I like this.
He just wins.
Yeah, I agree.
It's sad what the bloodline
you know
has
what?
become.
I could see Solo winning because he should have JC Mateo there. Maybe they bring in Hikuleo. I mean, like, so they could.
Not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it'd be too soon to take the title off Jacob Fatu because he's like just still pretty much in the early stages of this title run, and I would love to see him just have a dominant run.
Yeah, but it would get him a lot of sympathy as a babyface.
He's fucking awesome. He's so over right now. Solo's been doing awesome since WrestleMania, like this comedic character that he's kind of built is like unexpected, but he's so good at it. Yeah, like you said, BG, I could see Solo winning, but I'm gonna go with Jacob Fatu. It just feels a little soon to take the title off of him.
This
to me.
sucks.
It is a safe option.
How does this suck?
This sucks?
This sucks, yep.
What are you talking
Because
about?
this is
great.
the bloodline.
This is long-time storytelling.
This is the bloodline.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a shell of what the bloodline was. This
That has
sucks.
nothing to do with
comparatively.
anything for
I
what
hate it.
they're doing.
I can't handle Solo being a comedic character.
Why?
I
It's
can't-
good.
Why? He's fucking great.
Because it's okay, yeah, he might be good in his role for sure, but I don't I don't have to like it because it's not the bloodline that I liked.
Okay.
Solo Sikoa is going against Roman Reigns
actually
and shit like this. He looks like
complained
a
about
fucking
the
mid-card
vast
joke
majority of the
now.
Bloodline
Dude.
storyline.
He looks
You
like
don't
a
like
mid-card
It's
joke. Guy was going against
what you've
Roman
actually
Reigns.
done-
This is the
dude.
mid-card.
What you've actually done is you've created revisionist history where because the Bloodline storyline isn't really going on anymore and it didn't end the way that most people want it to end, you have revisionist history where you're like pretending like you loved it so much so it could reflect more negatively on WWE is what you're doing.
Excuse me, the bloodline. I
Excuse
said the whole time
I would say if I
that the
found
blood.
out-
Excuse me?
Excuse me. I said the whole time that the bloodline storyline was the saving grace of WWE for like
You
2
cried about
years,
it
dude.
A lot of the time.
It got boring sometimes, and I'll tell you what, the stuff they did with Solo and his rising up against Roman, that's all for naught now when he's a fucking joke character, dude.
I mean, you are a crybaby.
I'm being better though, right?
No, not at all.
Better.
Worse, maybe.
Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Yo, this could steal the fucking show.
Remember them in NXT?
Yes, I do, Mike. They fucking tore the house down.
I
in
feel
NXT.
like they had
They had a
maybe
last
a
woman
street
standing
fight
match.
before, right?
They had a last woman
Yeah,
standing
last woman
match
standing.
that was fucking awesome. I think they also had a steel cage match. But they have amazing chemistry.
Mhm.
I can't wait for this match. Street
I
fight?
agree.
Hell yeah.
That'd be good.
It's hard for me to envision Rhea losing a singles match to Raquel.
Yeah, there's no reason for it at all.
But I will
Street
say,
fight-
I mean, Raquel's going to have Roxanne as backup probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she'll have tag team
So,
titles and be doing all that stuff. She doesn't
I
need to
can
win.
Maybe Rhea has somebody show up to even the odds.
But you gotta give Raquel something. Like, if her just lose to Rhea right now, like, that sucks.
Why?
You think she's gonna win?
She's not the main focal point of this fucking match. It's Roxanne Perez, the main focal point of this storyline, not Raquel Rodriguez.
To me, I feel like you're building towards Rhea and somebody versus Raquel and Roxanne for the tag titles at Evolution. So I think that the move
What's
would
Trish
be...
doing? What's Lita doing?
I feel like the move would be somebody evens the odds and when Roxanne tries to screw over Rhea and Rhea wins, and that's how you get to that title match.
Well, what about Stephanie
To me, it should
Becky?
be.
I think it's
Kairi
Stephanie
Sane.
Vakwe was going to be my suggestion.
Becky.
They are both, Rhea and Stephanie are both viral sensations for reasons, and I think it would make a lot of sense on WWE's part to pair them up temporarily and just see the fucking
Isn't that disgusting?
online
though?
impressions.
Isn't
and
that
views
look at me? That's
I don't
disgusting.
like
we're not,
Kairi Sane,
we're not
though.
supposed to be sexualizing people. Like, what happened to not doing that to people? I thought
I mean,
women
they do
want to be
themselves.
respected now, but now we want to see their butts all the time. What the fuck happened here?
Yeah, I want to see
Honestly,
the
yeah. Kairi Sane that
Don't
would be
you?
fun because
Yeah,
she
but it's, I
is
mean,
in
don't
the
act
match.
like you don't act like I'm bad for wanting it. Then don't
Who's
make me the
that
bad
guy?
guy.
You're the one doing that.
And plenty of people say I'm bad for that. My wife
I
included.
think Rhea and Stephanie McCare are totally aware of their impact on people, and I think they're fine with that.
Stephanie McKay was just
I'm not,
working
though.
in Sheamus's
Stephanie McQuaid
fucking...
does, yeah, and she doesn't move based purely on that.
Yeah. Anyways, I was saying I think Kairi would be a
Disgusting.
fun partner for Rhea Ripley because
Yeah.
she wasn't part of the match that Liv got hurt in.
Do you
Like,
want
I-
the dream team of Rhea Ripley and Nikki Bella, BG?
Oh my god, dude.
I really don't.
Do you
I
think
actually-
they're just do you think they just sent Nikki home and be like, sorry, Evolution's just not gonna work out?
I think she will have a match.
Maybe like a battle royal.
Look at me.
for her.
If there's a God in heaven, then that fucking legendary I'm gonna use the word pioneer needs to be on this show.
Are you
dude.
being EO Sky right now?
Yeah.
Uh,
She did it so serious too. She's like, "You are a legend." They told me.
I
to
like
say.
I like Rhea and Stephanie versus Raquel and Roxanne. Give me that all day.
Mm.
So I think Stephanie helps.
Not
you
enough Bella.
that'd be a wild fucking tag team.
Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross with
All
Scarlett.
What about?
What?
Karen Cross is
Did you
very over.
yell with Scarlett?
Yeah, because it says it's in parentheses with Scarlett.
I think Sammy wins.
Yeah, I agree. It's good that Cross is finally
Yeah.
getting like a.
They get him on the
significant
show
match.
because he's getting big reactions.
Yep.
We're gonna put you on a show finally. You have to go to Saudi Arabia right now.
He doesn't care. He's like,
I
fuck
like
it,
this
bring it on.
character Cross has though. It's like we've talked about it before, BG. It's like Devil's Advocate Sean O'Hare.
Yeah,
I think
Honestly,
they're trying to
that's
do
not
that.
I don't remember you referencing that on this part of the show.
What are you talking
when I
about?
was here.
BG and I discuss it. we
Yeah,
don't include you.
But 100%, that's a good reference to what he's
Absolutely.
doing. I actually think
The
that
obvious
it's more
reference.
like, but there's do you understand how many people have no idea who the fuck Sean O'Hare is? Nor do
Well,
they understand what the gimmick he
educate.
had was?
Well, BG, that's from his favorite era of WCW.
I know. That
Sean
might
O'Hare.
be the only reason I believe
No,
he
it's
actually
WWE
watched
that
it.
He did that.
I know, but I'm saying that's where he first burst on the
Yeah.
scene was your favorite era of WCW.
Absolutely.
He was a power
When I
plant
saw
guy.
him doing
BJ's a big
Snap
power
Power
plant
and
guy.
I
Thrillers.
was like, holy shit.
I'm going to the power plant, by the way, on Saturday. I'll be there.
What do you mean you're going to the power?
The power plant that they used to do the train WCW
Yes, I'm
wrestlers?
aware of what it is. What do you mean
There's
you're
We're
going?
going to
There's-
Atlanta?
There's one in New Jersey. They had one in New Jersey. I'm going there.
Nobody
You
knows
love
or
New
cares
Jersey
about
more
this.
It's called the
than
Monster.
Power
It's called like
Plant.
the Monster Factory or something.
The Monster Factory is a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they used to
Okay.
train WCW guys too.
Okay, so that wasn't the power plant though. The power plant was in fucking Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay. Not the goon one.
So you're lying. Got it.
I'm
so
going to
lying.
rest. This is my roundabout way of
You said you were gonna be better.
sliding.
You're still lying.
I'm sliding. I'm going to
You love
wrestling.
Jersey more than the fucking cast of Jersey.
I
Shore.
love
Yeah,
New
it's
Jersey,
insane.
dude. I'm buying a house in New Jersey. Actually, I'm buying a rental property.
That's
in New Jersey.
wild.
Yeah. But no, I'm going to wrestling on Saturday, and this is just how I want to talk about it. I'm going to Kaiju.
You're going
Big,
to
I'm,
wrestling?
I'm going
Oh.
to Kaiju Big Battle on Saturday
Who are you
night.
going with?
Joe and Spencer.
Hope they leave you.
I hope they leave
agree.
me.
Yeah.
They're at one point they're going to have to because they're going the
Are
other
you
direction.
driving?
Yeah, I am in the broken
Ooh.
truck.
I hope they don't get stuck on the bridge.
You're driving?
yeah.
Who's driving you home?
The AAA.
With any luck.
That's what I paid for.
Anyway, I like Cross as like somebody who helps characters like reach their potential. He like it's a very interesting dynamic that he has with Sammy, where obviously to me the way that they're having him interact with Cross makes it very clear to me that they have like a bigger plan for Sammy, like, and he's got to get through Cross and realize this message he's trying to get through to him so he could get to that next level. That's why I think Sammy wins here, and that kind of helps catapult him maybe to face Gunther for the world title at SummerSlam.
I agree.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I was looking at something better. Okay, now we have to move on to the next thing. I'm not excited for this.
Were you looking at Rhea Ripley and Stephanie McQuay?
No, I'm not a fucking pervert.
Yes, you are.
I'm looking at actually Kaiju Big Battle. We're gonna break down this bracket.
Okay,
in a
so you
second
are a
here,
pervert.
too. Not at all. King of the Ring tournament. I don't know why you have the
don't really have to
brackets
break
here.
this
What do you-
down.
I'm looking at this. I'm
just for reference.
It's just part of the wiki page.
You just copy and paste, you piece of shit, dude. Like,
No, I take screenshots.
we talked a little bit about this, but Gunther, Goldberg, is there anything else you want to reference? This will be Goldberg's retirement match. You say that, but when
I say it
Goldberg,
because it's true.
no, Goldberg's jobbing out Gunther, dude. I'm telling you right
Gunther
now,
wins for sure.
Gunther is jobbing the fuck out, dude.
No, he's not.
So
He
what do you
almost
think
lost to
happened-
Pat McAfee. Dude ain't beating Goldberg, buddy.
So if you
Yes,
think
he is.
Goldberg wins,
Mhm.
what then happens with Goldberg?
SummerSlam, Gunther beats Goldberg to win it back in 14 seconds back.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's gonna maybe like 28 seconds. Like, it'll be like the WrestleMania match. You'll love it. It'll be like the WrestleMania match.
I won't love that.
It's all the infinity finishers. Fucking, we just keep hitting them until finally someone can't kick out.
I don't like the idea of Goldberg beating Gunther and just losing it like 2 weeks later.
Why?
It's not happening.
Why?
So you don't, it's
He
He
not-
lost
you
it
don't
to a
have like
fucking
it.
legend who's never coming back. He gets the retirement. He gives him one. He gets to beat him because he took him by surprise.
Because-
Gunther gets the adversity. He fucking comes back and wins the title. It's a great,
That
fun
accomplishes
story.
nothing.
It
That
does. What do you mean it
accomplishes
doesn't accomplish? It gives Goldberg another title. It's a stunning surprise. It's
Ex-
headlines on
exactly.
USA
It
Today,
accomplishes
dude.
nothing.
You want to know what it does? It gets you headlines on USA Today, buddy.
No, USA Today ain't covering Goldberg in 2025.
The fuck it's not. Check it right. I'm going right now to USA Today. I guarantee you it's right up there. Okay. Let's talk about AEW. I can't believe we waited this long. The good stuff, the meat. By the way, I couldn't be fucking harder when I see Goldberg in his Goldberg's Garage fucking hat, fucking breaking down with Michael Cole how it's fucking gonna be, man. No one disrespects me. I don't care how old I am. I'll fucking
I will
kill him.
say,
I'll fucking kill
the
him.
shirt's pretty cool, like Ratfink inspired.
Yeah, I love Ratfink. That's
Very cool.
It's a huge part of what I do. But yeah, I love Goldberg, and he's great, and his promos are great, and he's a badass dude, and he's gonna beat Gunther in maybe not 14 seconds, but I think it's gonna be it's gonna equate to a job. You know, he's gonna come out to shake his hand. He's gonna get speared to hell.
not.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna
Stop
get
saying
speared
that
to
with shake hands. What?
He
You're,
is.
like,
hates
totally
Gunther.
But Gunther's gonna come out shaking with his hand extended, like to mock Goldberg, like not
No,
taking
he's
him
not.
serious. Goldberg's gonna bliggity blam right to the midsection with a Roman Reigns wishes he could kind of spear. And he's gonna fucking send this dude in oblivion, world champion. He's gonna say, I'm taking this fucking home, and Gunther's gonna have to chase him down for a month to get that rematch and take it back. Mark it the fuck down, dude. I don't
Not
listen.
happening.
I don't like it.
I don't always like being right, but I'm right. Or
I can
Goldberg,
tell you
or
don't
listen,
like being right. That's why you don't do it often.
or Goldberg just loses. I don't know. One of those two things is gonna
yeah, that
happen.
one.
Yeah.
Right
That one.
I'm fine with the match happening, but I don't want to win.
there. AEW All In Marathon card confirmed, guys. July 12th. If you're busy July 12th, cancel those plans, pussy. Tell your family
gonna watch
today's not the day. No, I'll watch
You'll
over
probably
the.
be at the mountains.
Honestly, the week before I'll be at the mountains for 4th of July, so I'll probably be home. This might be my work weekend. I might actually watch this live if I work this day.
I think I'm working, so I'll be watching.
Yeah, this might be, I have to work one Saturday a month, and this might be the Saturday I get stuck with, so honestly, thank you,
Why don't
good
you
Lord
just
above.
choose to work it so
Thank
can
you,
just watch
baby
it and get over
Jesus,
it?
for blessing me on this day. I do my prayers. You guys, I hope you don't mind, I have to pray every once in a while, just in the middle of a show.
Oh, I'm working that day also.
See? Look at us, dude. So you guys are going to be happy when you
We're all
find out.
going to be miserable
It's like-
together.
You guys are going to
Like
find
the
out that it
2012
starts
Olympics
at
all
1.
over again.
So hold on a minute. So that's 2 hours. Texas is 2 hours behind, right? So you're legitimately starting this at like
Starting at
11 a.m.?
Yeah.
Dude, we are going to go until...
Well, is 1 o'clock the start time for the main card, or is it the start time for, like, the fucking
No,
pre-show? or
they
whatever?
open the
That's what-
doors at 1 o'clock. Guys are just making up times, making them look better.
I'm not making up anything.
All I know is that it's definitely going longer than Saturday night's main event. I'll bet you $100 $100 worth of TKO stock. Timeless Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné. Mercedes is just winning, right?
Yes.
Okay. John Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. Mox is just winning, right?
I still think Mox is winning because I think that they're
It's
playing
Darby
along
Allin.
with Darby.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
what I think.
I mean, I'm fine with that. You're building to that. He went away, got injured. It's a little bit tough, but you bring
People
it
are
back.
going to be really mad if Mox wins, though.
He's a heel. I'm kind of okay with it. That's kind of the
I
deal.
think Tony and Mercedes should be the main event.
The world title main events.
It shouldn't be if Mox is winning.
I agree with you. I just think that he's got a pretty hard fast.
This starts at
fast.
3 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, look at misinformation. Misinformation over here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Holy fucking shit, dude. What an idiot.
So it's without question going to bleed into Saturday night's main event.
It's gonna go right through. What are you talking about? It's gonna blow right through it, dude. And I'll be watching every fucking second of it. BJ, did you Hangman Page and Mox? Just pick one.
Page.
There you go. Okada Omega.
Omega.
I think Omega wins.
I think Omega wins as well. And TBD for the Casino Gauntlet match. We have literally nothing announced here. Who wins this?
Well, they have a men's and a women's. I have no fucking clue who's going to be.
I'm going to say Willow Nightingale and MJF.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't MJF going to be in like a normal match?
Well, it might be a 6-man match, or a tag team match, but I'm not really sure.
I don't know. They'll announce the rest of the card 1 week before the pay-per-view.
Ricochet.
Ooh, Ricochet is a good one.
Ricochet.
He's been great. He's great on the mic and great
What do
on
you
Twitter,
get? A
too.
title shot? Is that
I think
even-
it's a title shot.
You want title match?
Right? Yeah.
You get the Christian thing, where he has the briefcase and he can just sign it around or whatever.
I thought that was the Call Your Shot gauntlet or something. Isn't that different?
That's TNA, buddy. You fucking new here, buddy? Holy shit. Patreon shout-outs! Again, people, please support us. We really need you, and I love you. I think you guys are great, and guys and girls. I think you guys are awesome, and you as fans help keep us doing this, because I can't believe we're still doing this after all these years. And I'm happy to be here with Mike and BJ. We're good friends, and this is all, no one's forced to say this. Let's talk about Patreon shout-outs. Patreon.com/ringrustradio. That's how you get out and support us. We need it now more than ever. It's hot out, and our air conditioning is not working. We need money. Mike, you want to start us off?
George Cruz. He's mean to us sometimes, but we still love him.
He doesn't talk to me as much because I think you turned him against me.
Wow, that
That's
means
not
he's
true.
still finally learning.
Still hypes you up every day.
Andrew,
Love you.
I know. What can I say, dude? I'm like a little baby Jesus.
Disgusting.
If he was a big man.
You just learned that term?
I said if I was a little baby Jesus, if he was a big man. You hear that? I'm so much fun. Andrew Skeens, George Sparrows, BJ.
Jim Del Chapo.
He
We
doesn't
haven't
talk.
spoken to Jim for a long time.
He doesn't fucking
Yeah,
talk.
does he hate us now?
No, it's summertime. He's yachting often. It's fun. He doesn't get
he
good.
It's
won't-
been a while.
He won't download that Discord thing.
Well, the problem is he's doing the around the world in 80 days thing because he's rich as fuck. And it's in the midst of the 80 days. So that's 66 in.
Skype cost us a dear friend.
Yeah. A lot of them.
I mean, we can go to teams. Y'all want teams? Talk up if you want teams. I'll invite you guys with links to teams today. Ain't no thing to me.
Go on Facebook and ask since you're on there all the time anyway.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'll pop over there. I think I've killed the Facebook page with my constant solicitation.
Yeah. You definitely did. Page blows now.
I came in and fucking killed the vibe. Alex Pandolfi, speaking of killing the vibe, Alex Pandolfi. Colin Yarger. Steve Dav, Simmy. Donnie sucks. That's me.
Oh, yeah.
That's me. Yo, you want us to shout out horrible slurs and shit like that? For money, we'll be forced to do it. Kevin Creel, Momo, Vic and K, Don Balajian, and Vistamur. Good people. PJ?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell
Sign up,
Hell yeah.
patreon.com/ringrusradio. You can hear the ad-free version of our podcast. You get early access to upcoming retros like WWE SummerSlam 1989. We've also recorded top 10 lists for SummerSlam performers and the best pay-per-view matches. Most importantly, you can sign up right now to hear the current era fantasy draft and vote for who has the best card. And you can sign up for next month's bracket, taking place Tuesday, July 15th, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to determine the best championship design of all time.
Yeah, it's dumb as shit.
I like that.
The bracket looks like
I think
trash.
this was Skeener's idea for a long time, and he
It
kept
was.
wanting us to do it, so.
No, I think his was a tire.
Yeah.
I think this is a Stephanie idea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she
I will
hates us now.
confirm.
She
Yeah,
hates
she
us.
does.
And you know why
Smart.
she hates us? Your actions, Mike. It was you,
Uh,
actually. I
If
thought it was
you'll
me.
remember correctly, she would say "fuck Donnie" all the time.
Yeah,
so
but
it
that was
wasn't
like
me.
a gimmick, a fun gimmick.
No, it was real.
I don't know. Felt gimmicky. Felt work.
We all agreed with it.
I wasn't getting worked into a shoot, brother. Anything else, PJ?
No, please help us.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, 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 scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
Alright guys, it is time for our favorite segment of the week. It's Dirt Sheet Busters. It's the time which just myself, Mike Chiari, and my buddy Brandon Galvin. Donwood is gone and he's never coming back.
It's the best.
Couldn't be happier. He actually might try to come back, and we're just gonna ignore him, to be honest with you. That's not even a joke. But alright, BG, this is a stacked Dirt Sheet Buster segment. For quite some time I've tried to limit it to 6.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many lies this week. There's 7. I could not.
Wow.
They're
Oh,
that
baby.
bad.
I'm excited.
I don't know what happened, but they were going crazy. We're gonna start with Wrestle Votes. BG, how great was Trish Stratus on SmackDown last week?
I mean, she was at Fanatics Fest, but I don't remember seeing her on SmackDown.
No?
Nope.
Okay. On June 13th, so that's a week before this last episode of SmackDown,
Mm-hmm. I don't remember seeing her there either.
WrestleVotes tweeted, Trish Stratus coming to SmackDown next week as well.
Huh.
If she came to SmackDown, she was sitting in the crowd with a ticket and they didn't put her on the show because she was not on the episode.
No, I do not recall.
Was looking forward to it too. Unfortunate that they lied. But yeah. This next one's from Wrestling Observer Newsletter and Fightful Select.
Oh, combo.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Mercedes vs. Tony wasn't the original plan for All In.
Really?
Psych!
Oh, okay.
It's a 2-parter. According to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, people close to Mercedes Moné said she was open to losing to Athena in order to build up a rematch at AEW All In Texas. So, this first part, pure AEW PR from Dave Meltzer, as usual.
Now, are you saying that she would lose a championship to Athena to set up a rematch for the title at All In?
Open to losing. It's a good question. I don't know what he's saying here. Open to losing in order to build to a rematch. So yeah, I guess so.
But she's a heel.
Yeah.
Seems weird.
I don't know. I don't think there was ever any plans for Mercedes to lose before All In, but that's just me. However, once AEW decided to go with the match between Toni Storm and Moné instead, it didn't make sense for Moné to lose that match and also not win the Owen Hart tournament. Originally, the plan months ago also included Mariah May being part of All In, but that changed when she chose not to sign a new contract. Not to sign a new contract with WWE. That's incorrect phrasing. She did sign a new contract with WWE, did not re-sign with AEW. So that's the first part. Meltz is claiming Mercedes willing to do the job to anybody, and they were going to do her and Athena at All In per both of them appearing for media for All In months ago.
Oh, okay.
Despite recent reports, AEW sources have firmly denied that Mercedes Moné versus Athena was ever the plan for AEW All In. A new update from Fightful Select confirms that multiple people within the company refuted any suggestion that a match between Monet and Athena was considered for the Wembley Stadium. Not Wembley Stadium. This is in Texas. What is wrong with these incorrect things? Even with Mariah May's exit from AEW earlier this year. According to the update, Mercedes hasn't been opposed to losing to anyone, but it simply hasn't been broached during the ongoing push she's been receiving. There's no confirmation on whether Mercedes personally pitched anything involving Athena. However, the company's internal direction appears to have never shifted. The plan for Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné at All In has been in place since last year, long before Mariah May's departure. So, could not be blowing up Meltz's report any more than they are here.
That's very funny.
That's insane. And all that because Meltz wanted to make it seem like Tony's got it under control. Mercedes will lose to whoever he says to lose to.
Yeah.
And actually, Shout Out Sab also pushes that, like, anytime somebody suggests that she has creative control in some way, shape, or form, he, like, goes off the deep end and it's like, oh, you think she's got creative control in New Japan and all these other companies? Like, no, I don't think she has creative control in those companies, but I think AEW can be like, hey, we'll give you Mercedes for this match, but she has to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which, okay, she doesn't have creative control in the company, but it's either let her win or you don't get her. And obviously, you know, there's even smaller companies that have had her than New Japan. Obviously, they're going to choose, hey, we'll let her win and win our title because we get Mercedes on our show.
Absolutely.
But
plus,
that's
that's the
concept for him.
That's the gimmick, though.
Right.
The gimmick is her having all these titles.
Right. Exactly. That's why there was never any plan for her to lose before All In.
No, I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
Absolutely not. The next one's from Fightful Select. WWE is aware that a global conflict is occurring. Good to know.
Good for them.
Happy about that. Not the conflict, but that they're aware of it. WWE's upcoming Night of Champions event in Saudi Arabia is still on the calendar, despite major global tension after the United States reportedly bombed 3 nuclear sites in Iran. Not reportedly.
Reportedly.
Iran has since vowed that what it described as everlasting consequences, which immediately raised concerns over WWE's scheduled trip to Riyadh. According to a new report, WWE has not issued an official public statement regarding the status of Night of Champions. Fightful reached out to WWE representatives, but there has been no formal response. However, one company higher-up said privately that the, and I quote, situation was being monitored accordingly.
Tell you what, it might be safer over there.
Yeah. So, no formal response, but here's what a higher-up said.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Informal response?
That's funny.
I guess. Situation being monitored accordingly. If you don't know, if you don't have any information about it, don't report on it.
Nah, he's got to capitalize, man. He's got to make sure people think that he's in the know.
He's 1,000,000% looking for clicks in trying to capitalize on a conflict. Which is pretty fucked up when you think about it.
I mean, that's all the time.
Yep. Oh, I know. I'm aware. Next one's from WrestleVotes.
But yeah, worthless. Absolutely worthless fucking reporting.
Yeah, I learned nothing there. Obviously, they're monitoring the situation.
Right.
Just like anything that would be happening.
Every single person is monitoring the situation.
All of them. Next one's from WrestleVotes. Liv Morgan was apparently going to be in every match at Evolution.
Oh, that's terrible. No, I don't believe that, actually.
George Crews got the book, and he was going to put it in every match. While speaking during a Q&A session, WrestleVotes reported that Liv Morgan's injury has forced WWE to rip up much of the planned Evolution 2 card and start from scratch. She was originally set to be in a major tag team match, but with that match no longer happening, WWE now has to fill her spot with someone else. WrestleVotes added the change is expected to cause a ripple effect across the rest of the premium live event, which will affect multiple matches and storylines. Here's the quote. I was told this morning that the injury has caused a lot of the Evolution card to basically be scratched, be ripped up and start from scratch because she was pegged for a big tag team match that isn't going to happen now. So that spot's going to be filled by someone else, and it's going to have a lot of ripple effects. So that's unfortunate. I don't think it really is. I don't think you have to rip up the card or make it have ripple effects at all. I think it maybe impacts one match, the match that's not going to happen.
Absolutely. This is such bullshit.
If it was going to be a tag team match, okay, so we don't even know that because it could have been Liv versus Nikki Bella, but they're telling us it's going to be a tag team match, right? Can I tell you how the card changes? Roxanne Perez replaces Liv Morgan. I'm done.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
it.
Seriously.
I'm finished with the changing the card. That's one thing. And Roxanne's great, but was Roxanne going to be in some high-profile other match? I don't think so.
No, definitely not. She might not even be on
She's
the
still
card.
getting her feet wet. She's involved in the Judgment Day storyline.
Mm-hmm.
She might have interfered in that match or something. So I don't buy this at all, that the one injury caused them to blow up plans. I believe that it could have definitely impacted subsequent plans because, like, Liv had a little thing with Io recently. That wasn't going to happen at this pay-per-view, obviously, because they were building with Liv and Nikki. But I think that forces a change of plans wherever they were going with Liv and Io, obviously.
Very true.
But that has nothing to do with Evolution. So I don't know why we're overstating things and just making shit up at this point.
What they do?
Because it's dirt sheets, I guess. That's why. This is from Yahoo Finance. And this
okay. Yahoo Finance.
Yeah, so I don't know.
A new player to the game.
Yeah, it's not so much of a dirt sheet, but let's discuss the danger of clueless marks masquerading as legitimate reporters.
Ooh, George Cruz?
No, worse than him. I think this is an important conversation to have in Dirt Sheet Busters, because it's really the basis of a lot of what we do here.
Yeah.
Ryan Sazi of Yahoo Finance, okay?
Not
He
familiar.
does a fluff piece recently on Tony Khan and AEW. I don't know if you saw anything about this.
No.
In his article, he includes really just a throwaway line.
Ooh.
Speculation has since surfaced that TKO Group may look to unload WWE, okay? That's the whole line.
What?
There's no sourcing whatsoever on it. That's the line he includes.
Wow.
Okay?
They're giving up after 2 years and record profits?
So, following up is BJ Bethel. You know this guy?
I've seen him connected to Melts, because people, but I don't really know who the fuck this person is.
This is the guy who made up the streaming numbers for Dynamite. So that's been like a big thing going on lately where
ever since January,
nobody knows what the streaming numbers are. There's literally no data out there whatsoever.
Right.
Nothing credible out there whatsoever. But this guy, BJ Bethel, who writes for SE Scoops. So this isn't a heavy hitter in the world of journalism. He somehow gets information and he says 500K people are watching Dynamite streaming on top of their cable audience. So they've doubled their audience in viewership, despite there being nothing behind, like, credible to back that up. Anyways, he replies to this. He includes this line in a tweet, and he says, from the Yahoo Finance interview with Tony Khan today, this came from exec editor and story author Brian Sazi on TKO interest in selling WWE. This is on the table. I haven't heard if they've been searching for a buyer, which would be more of an indicator. So he's saying he's feeding into this, saying, this could happen. Okay. Talked about Bethel here. Let's talk about the line. Speculation is since service that TKO Group may look to unload WWE. Do you recall where you heard this before and where they're probably getting this information from?
Me?
Yes.
Speculation that TKO is going to sell WWE? No, I've not heard that.
Jonathan Coachman.
The Vinnie Mac thing, right?
Yeah, so for people who don't know, Jonathan Coachman, former shitty WWE announcer, has like a podcast with Vince Russo, and for whatever reason, these sites pick up shit that he says, because he tries to speak like he's an authority in the world of wrestling, tries to speak like he has legitimate sources within WWE, and he'll say something, and then it'll get out there. So recently he said something to the effect of that TKO may be looking to sell, and Vince is looking to buy it back, and all this. And that created a whole firestorm of shit that he said.
That's right, now I remember that.
But that's all that came from. So he took something that Jonathan Coachman, who has no sources, has no clue, said, puts it in a Yahoo Finance article, and now people are off and running with it. And the funny part about all this is, even Meltz, who is just out to lunch half the time, even he basically said this is bullshit. And the reason he used is correct. He's like, so WWE, TKO, just purchased
Yeah.
AAA. And if you're looking to sell, you're offloading. You're not adding assets, you're offloading assets.
Right.
It makes no sense. They're doing incredible business. Their numbers on Netflix are good. SmackDown was just number 1 for the week on USA Network. They were number 1 on all of television Friday night. Why would they be looking to sell a successful part of their business? They're not.
Makes no sense.
And nobody, and people will see this BJ Bethel guy who pretends he has sources, and they'll see this Brian Sazi guy who is just doing a fluff piece, but because it says Yahoo next to it, people think it's legitimate. You gotta look beyond what site they're writing for is. Because that doesn't tell the whole story.
Yeah,
There was that guy who was writing for, was it New York Post? And he wrote the WWE in the mirror after AEW signed all these free agents, and then WWE signs a whole bunch of people and has incredible business. But people looked at that article and they're like, oh yeah, there's somebody from the New York Post is saying it must be true.
Right.
Because there's people that even are working for these types of outlets that have agendas and they're not telling you the whole truth. So
yeah, Donnie worked for Forbes.
There you go. I don't know how that happened.
Killed their company.
Sure did. So be
but
careful
really,
out there.
Yeah. What really irritates me about this is the Yahoo line. Speculation. It's like, well, if it's from Coachman, put that in there.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
Source shit.
Right. So they just use that throwaway line with no source whatsoever. If you say a former WWE announcer, Jonathan Coachman, speculated, then I can look at it and be like, oh, it's bullshit. Okay.
Yeah.
But you should at least give people that information. That's journalism 101. If you're getting that from a source of your own, say per a source.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you're obviously pulling that from Coachman. You don't have a source, so tell me that. All right. Next is from Wrestling Observer Radio. Meltz lays out plans for Jade Cargill with all the clarity of a stroke victim.
Excuse me?
Going to be BG?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. Meltz lays out plans for Jade Cargill with all the clarity of a stroke victim.
Yikes. That's a rough one.
Well, you can tell me whether I'm right or wrong after I read it, okay?
Okay.
During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer revealed WWE's original intentions for Jade Cargill and how they still view her as a future main event star. After Brian Alvarez speculated that Jade could win the Queen of the Ring tournament and face Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam, Meltzer explained how WWE has seen her potential from the start. Here's the quote, direct quote from Meltzer.
Potential.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot, in their minds. Jade's a big-time superstar. I mean, even though Asuka's obviously, much, much better wrestler, but they have that in their mind. So I could see, Jade, Queen of the Ring, makes sense. And going with Jade against, you know what? Strat? I don't know. At SummerSlam? I mean, maybe. And Jade was supposed to be, if she hadn't gotten hurt, Jade was supposed to be champion by WrestleMania and defending it at WrestleMania. Not at WrestleMania, but before WrestleMania.
That's fucking wild, dude.
You get all that?
I got it. It's fucking wild that he says it
when it comes to belts, I appreciate a word-for-word transcription.
There's so many and
it really shows you how impossible it is to listen to him.
It's, first off, every company thinks that Jade Cargill has potential and she's a superstar. Look at her. She's a fucking superstar if you look at her.
And yeah, she's in the Queen of the Ring finals. You know what? I think she could win.
Yeah, I know he said this before that. Oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he did.
Well, he said
right? He said it before the semis, right? Yeah. So. But yeah, I think it was pretty obvious she was going to the finals. And it's like he's trying to downplay her that Asuka's a better wrestler. Asuka's a Hall of Famer. She's one of the best ever.
Well, of course he's doing that because she was once in AEW, now she's no longer in AEW.
Absolutely. And you're going to tell me that when she was in AEW that no one thought she was going to be a superstar? had all this potential.
Put her in that big
Right.
with Cody.
So Meltzer's just absurd. Also, the whole thing of like, I guess at SummerSlam against Stratton, it's like that's what this tournament's for. Title match at SummerSlam.
No, I guess if you win Queen of the Ring, you get a title shot at SummerSlam. There's no guessing.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
This is what it is.
It is what it is.
Meltzer's just the worst.
Unbelievable. All right, we finally reached the end. Are you ready for the coup de grace?
Double stomp me.
It's from the combo I never knew we needed. Bubba the Love Sponge and TMZ Sports.
What year is it?
2025, believe it or not. R.I.P. soon, Hulk Hogan.
Oh.
Seek!
Oh, okay. Good for Hulk, I guess.
Well, speaking on the Bubba the Love Sponge show, Bubba, who, by the way, set up a camera
doesn't he
while his
hate?
wife
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
That was...
I only knew about this guy because he was in TNA before, when Hogan was there. He shared some serious news about Hulk Hogan's health. He said that based on reliable sources, Hulk Hogan is currently in a hospital and things aren't looking good. Bubba claimed that some of Hogan's family members are being called to come say goodbye, which suggests the situation may be very serious. Certainly does suggest that. Good point. Astute observation. So I'll tell you, here's the quote. So I'll tell you this. If he did some sniffing around, you might find him at a hospital near you, and it's not good.
Wait, what?
It's like coming to a theater near you.
Right, he's doing a tour?
I
can't go to the hospital and find Hulk Hogan.
Information last night that there are phone calls being made to various family members about getting to town to come say their goodbyes. So listen, my sources are pretty damn reliable, but I still want to frame it carefully in case he got discharged last night at midnight, and I haven't talked to my sources since yesterday around 6 o'clock.
Oh my God.
Totally discounting your sources already.
This is absurd.
My sources say, allegedly, Hogan is in the hospital, and I've heard people say that he might not make it. This should create a feeding frenzy among reporters in the wrestling industry, even in pop culture. But he is not doing well. He is not in good shape. Wow. So,
I'll tell you what, man.
Man, end of the line, brother. He had a good run.
It's just, it's so fucked up to say all that without knowing anything, and that it's premature.
By the way, this is how Meltz, in different words, often prematurely reports on deaths.
Absolutely. He says that they're actually dead.
Yeah.
Bubba was like, nah, he might.
He might be dead. But I don't know. Just in case he's left the hospital between then and now, he might not die, but he might.
That's just wild shit.
Here's a follow-up. According to TMZ Sports, rumors that Hulk Hogan is on his deathbed are false. It was known that the WWE Hall of Famer was hospitalized this week, but only to treat ongoing issues with his neck and back, problem he's been dealing with for years. Hulk Hogan is not on his last legs, TMZ Sports is told. The WWE legend was hospitalized to address lingering neck and back issues this week, but he is by no means on his deathbed. A rep for Hogan tells us the 71-year-old isn't close to death. He's just dealing with more of the same ailments he's had for years. In fact, we're told Hogan's back to moving around already. What a comeback!
Wow.
From deathbed to moving around.
Kicked out of death.
Kicked out of death. Death did its finisher, and he hulked up.
Hell yeah.
But he got right back up.
It's just, the history between Hulk and Bubba. It's just hysterical that he would put that out there. Like, you know what you're doing.
Out there because he pounded his wife?
Probably. He couldn't wait to say all that shit.
He felt like he was on a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
It happened.
Brother.
Yep. So
Yeesh.
Bubba Love Sponge, great fit for the dirt sheet industry. He should definitely keep it going. PG, how do we do? Wow. Terrible reporting. All right, guys, it's time for fantasy standings. BG, your favorite time of the week, right?
No.
Oh, okay. In last place, 9th with negative 47.5, it's George Sparrows.
Holy shit, at least I'm not that bad.
George Sparrows, his score is as sad as he is when he comes on the show. In 8th with negative 40, George Cruz. Our actions are sometimes... They are treated as such, and that's what's happening here with George Cruz.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Treats us.
Yep.
In 7th with 10, Skeeter.
Skeeter.
In 6th with 25, Angel Meza. We get a tie for 4th with 35, Chris Jeter and Donald Wood.
Oh!
Sorry, Chris. Sorry you're in such horrible company there.
Yeah, that sucks.
In 3rd with 40, it's Big Money Mike.
40 points.
40 points. In 2nd with 60, Reggie Gill.
Wow.
And in
Wait a
first
second.
with 62.5 BG.
Holy shit. You know what? I'm retiring.
It's been a long time coming, BG.
I don't remember the last time. That shit is crazy.
I don't know what you got going at the pay-per-view, but
I don't know.
Keep it up.
No, there's no chance. I'm glad we did the show this week so I could hear my name in first.
I feel like it's very low scoring this season.
Yeah. Usually there's already people like 80-something points.
Right. So,
Chris Jeter has like 130 points at this time heading into a pay-per-view.
I would say anybody except George and George has a chance.
Yeah.
All right, that is the fantasy standings
Wow.
for the week.
What a week.
BG,
Hell yeah.
back.
I'm hyped, man. That's awesome.
It's been 10 seasons since he's
That's
been.
crazy. I don't even remember the last time I won this thing.
Guys, it's time for emails.
Hell yeah. I love emails.
Patreon.com/RingRustRadio. Contribute to the email tier higher. We have to read at least one of your emails every single week, and you send that email to ringrustradio@gmail.com. Favorite segment of the week, I think. Well, I already said that Dirt Sheet Busters. This is a tie because we can actually address the very interesting things that our fans send to us without a fucking bitch yelling in our ear, you know?
Not a bitch.
Yep. We're going to start with one from Nathan, the smart collector Tom Lanovich. Subject, Money in the Bank Smarks. It's a Patreon email, patreon.com/ringrustradio. Here's some Money in the Bank Smarks from the vault. I think I'll do this every month since it's fun diving into the best type of wrestling history.
Hell yeah, thank
I'm
you.
in. I love it. All right. We got 7 of them. Number 1. Spoilers! Kevin Nash returns during the World Heavyweight Championship ladder match, but tears quad while climbing ladder. Mark Henry, world's strongest, slams John Cena through the ring to hell. Then Cena makes the devil tap out, comes flying through the ring, and hits the attitude adjustment to win and overcome the odds. That sounds realistic.
Hell yeah. That's
It's
great.
like something we've seen before.
So what was that, like 2013?
It had to be somewhere in there.
We've been doing this a long time.
Maybe 2011, because isn't that when Nash texted?
Yeah, but we weren't. Yeah, but we weren't doing the show then.
Oh yeah, that's true. 2012, maybe.
I'm assuming this was when Donnie went to Money in the Bank. Mark Henry against John Cena.
That could be. I don't know why Kevin Nash is being part of it in 2013, but yeah.
I don't know. It's a spoiler. All right.
Number 2.
Number 2. Fuck you, Cena, you ugly shit. Why do you still have a job? You're getting old now. You're such a PG babyface. Quit your fucking job. Styles is better than your shitty ass. Everyone's tired of you. You even realize every time you get in the ring, you ruin everything, and the words that come out of your mouth make me want to kill you?
Yikes.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
that's wild.
Glad that John avoided the wrath of this person.
He overcame the odds. Devil, death. It's like Hulk Hogan.
Exactly like Hulk Hogan. Number 3. Don't you need a Luigi board to speak to the devil?
Yo, what happened at this pay-per-view?
A classic Luigi board.
That's
Was
two
the
devil
at
things.
this pay-per-view?
Oh, what the? Why do I get the fucked up ones?
Number 4.
Try giving Rolly a chance, but he reminds me of an autistic Hulk Hogan who also couldn't wrestle.
Who's Rolly? Seth
Who
Rollins?
is Rolly? I guess maybe it is Seth Rollins.
He does
What
not remind me of
happened?
Hulk Hogan in any way.
What the fuck happened at this show?
Well, this could have been any number of
Oh,
different
you're
ones.
right.
So I don't know.
Huh.
Or it could be the same one. Number 5, yikes. Wow, Reigns sucks. Even having quote-unquote cancer couldn't get him over.
Oh, this melts?
Yeah, Meltz really did try to downplay his cancer. This is either Meltz or Donald Wood. Not sure
Oh
which.
my god.
Number 6.
Roman's hair isn't the only thing wet right now. God damn.
That's more like it. I agree. I don't know when this is from, but it's evergreen. Finish it up, number 7. Can't wait to hear David Milker and other repoopers talk about how they knew R-Truth was coming back. This was this year.
That's a good one, man. The repoopers.
Yep. Repoop Dave Milker, repoopers, and Cummings. C-U-M-M-I-N-G. Gotta love it.
The repoopers.
Thanks, Nathan. I always enjoy these. It's fantastic.
That is I love that one. That's a great one. That's an all-timer. Next email comes from Dante fucking Kane Yeager. Subject is future main eventer. Hey, boys. Hope y'all are doing good. Question is, who is your top pick for the next young and upcoming main eventer for the WWE? And why is it Logan Paul? P.S. WrestleMania is once again in Las Vegas. See y'all there? No. Donnie's a little bitch. He's afraid of Vegas. So he won't go. Mike, would you like to go first or you want to go second?
First.
Okay.
So I did people who are on the main roster presently and people who are in NXT presently.
How many you have?
2 main roster, 2 NXT, a man and a woman for each.
Okay. I just had 1 male, 1 female.
Okay. Well, on the main roster as of right now, I got Braun Breaker and Roxanne Perez. In NXT, I have Obafemi and Sol Ruka.
Yep. Very easy ones. I also chose Sol Ruka for my women's main eventer. And Obafemi's a great choice. I chose Trick Williams.
He was my second choice.
Yep.
For NXT.
Obafemi.
Sure.
I mean, it's just, they're 1A, 1B. It doesn't even matter. They're like, Trick has so much charisma. And I feel like Mike, even though he's doing the TNA thing right now, I think he's a little closer coming up to the main roster than Obafemi. Because Trick has basically done everything. I mean, Obafemi too, but so that's why I was looking at Trick.
I think Trick, this is like a test run for him almost.
To see how much he can draw?
Right.
Yeah.
To see how he can
get some eyes on
it. Top guy. Obafemi, I mean, he could be called up tomorrow and be awesome,
I agree.
But
he's so good.
People forget. He's like barely over a year on TV, I think, still.
Yeah.
Or like a year and a half or something.
Yeah.
And for the first part of it, he wasn't doing that much. He was just kind of slowly being worked in. So it's insane how far he's come in that short amount of time. Really,
he's so good.
Ruka's similar too.
Yeah.
And she's obviously going to be fucking huge. She has one of the best athletes they have.
Yeah.
Great look, great move set that people are going to pop for. So. No
absolutely. Doubt. I feel like she's a big reason that they were comfortable calling up Roxanne and Julia and Stephanie at the same time.
100%. And so they're getting that Lash Legend push going. I think she was a consideration for me. I think she's going to be big time. So. They just crank out stars in that women's division.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're going on to the final email. It's from Johnny Mundo Dundo. Subject: Random 2000s comedy movie bracket. Hey boys.
We were gonna do this at some point.
Yep. Feels like it's been a bit since you've gotten a random non-wrestling bracket email. I love them though. So here's some of my favorite 2000s comedy movies. They've been put in a randomizer as well. Have fun with this in Ring Rose. P.S. Donald Wood is the best, and his YouTube comment sections for his game videos are random as hell, lol.
Sure are. They suck.
Joey Mundo.
Just like Donnie in his videos. It's just all bullshit.
Gotcha. Just like anything he does.
Yep.
All right, you ready?
You have the coin?
I'm getting the coin out.
Nice.
Got a quarter. Heads on one side.
Tails on the other?
A Hawaiian lady on the other side.
Oh, nice. That is
guess.
Definitely tails. Hell yeah.
I've never seen this quarter before, but alright. First matchup is the 1 seed Old School versus 16 seed Wedding Crashers.
Oh man.
That's an insane first round matchup.
Yeah, seriously. Mike, for all of these, I am going to choose with my heart.
Okay, yeah. That's
okay. And just kind of place and time, what has always resonated with me more, which one I probably want to rewatch more right now in my life. And I just love Wedding Crashers so much. I'm choosing Wedding Crashers.
I had a feeling you were going Wedding Crashers.
I'm
also going to pick with my heart. And my heart's pulling in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
'Cause
I knew it.
I like Wedding Crashers. It's a great movie.
Mm.
But Old School, like, ever since I was, like, a kid, I've
Mhm.
loved that, and I've watched it countless times. And the cast is just unreal.
Earmuffs.
Will Ferrell and Vince Vaughn, and
Mhm.
then, Luke Wilson at the time was, like, a fucking huge.
Yeah.
But I love that movie. So we're gonna flip the coin.
Flip
PG,
that
what are
coin.
you calling?
I think just by nature of the movie,
Mhm.
the Hawaiian lady has to be Wedding Crashers.
Okay, so Hawaiian Lady you're calling. Got it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I like it. Hawaiian Lady it is. Wow.
Let's go. The
16
upset.
over 1. If we made this bracket, people would be crying immediately about this seeding.
It's random.
Next matchup, 8 seed Anchorman against the 9
Mhm.
seed Meet the Parents.
Oh my god. Mike. Fuck. I love Anchorman, but I've rewatched Meet the Parents so many times, and to me, just as a movie, I feel like it just holds up more. Like, Anchorman has so many great moments, but it's like, once you've seen it, you kind of know, whereas Meet the Parents, Robert De Niro is just so good in that movie. I love it. The bomb scene is so good. There's just so much about Meet the Parents I love. I'm going to Meet the Parents.
So, I've never been a huge Meet the Parents guy.
Wow. Okay.
I have been a huge Anchorman guy. To me,
Yeah,
that's
it's so
a
good.
top 5 comedy all time. And I think the thing for me that sets it apart from Meet the Parents or really most comedies is it's probably one of the most quotable movies there's ever been. And it became like
I love that.
It became part of like, just the
yeah.
American lexicon with some of the shit in there. So, going Anchorman, we're flipping again. What are you calling?
The whole thing about Meet the Parents, Mike, is Robert De Niro was the head of the family.
That's a good point.
Right, so we have to go with heads for Meet the
Okay.
Parents.
Heads it is!
Oh my god,
Love it.
Mike.
You're on a roll.
If only I could bet like this.
For real. 5 seed Pineapple Express against the 12 seed Tropic Thunder.
Oh man. Tropic Thunder, very fun movie, but Pineapple Express came at a point in time in my life where I, let's just say, very much connected with the theme of that movie, Mike. And that era of those movies with those cast of characters is so much fun.
Yeah.
So as entertaining as Tropic Thunder is, I'm going with Pineapple Express.
So I honestly thought you were going to go with Tropic Thunder. If Donnie was here, he's not because he hates the listeners, but if he was here, I know he would go Tropic Thunder. I am going Pineapple Express.
Okay.
I never have connected to the plot line of the movie.
Yeah.
But in that era, Seth Rogen was just like unstoppable. Like that was his time period. Such a fucking funny movie.
Such a funny movie.
Yeah, I'm going Pineapple Express. 4 seed I Love You Man against the 13 seed Superbad.
Okay, so I Love You Man is a good movie, but it's not at that level of the other movies of that ilk, like a Forgetting Sarah Marshall that they had done around that era.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I think, is significantly better.
I agree. And so Superbad, though, is one of the greatest coming-of-age movies.
Maybe the greatest.
It may very well be. And even though we were a little bit older than the people in that film at the time it came out, it's still very much connected to it. It has so many great quotes in that, and McLovin is one of the greatest fucking comedy characters.
It's either McLovin or Muhammad. Why the fuck would it be McLovin or Muhammad? It's the most common name in the world. In a fucking book.
So good. To me, this is an easy choice, but I did want to give a little bit of love to I Love You Man, because I love you, Mike.
Oh, I love you too, man. But I agree. I'm going with Superbad. Superbad, just like Anchorman, probably in my top 5 comedies, or at least very much in the conversation.
So entertaining.
6 seed Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the aforementioned, against the 11 seed Step Brothers. Wow.
Oh man. Mike, I gotta be honest. I adore Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I think it is so fucking funny. Paul Rudd's character in that is hysterical. Step Brothers, iconic. Right? I mean, Carol Lee and the Wine Mixer. So here's the thing, Mike. I think you're going Step Brothers.
Okay.
So to make this entertaining, I'm going to pick Forgetting Sarah Marshall,
Okay.
and I'm going to let you choose the coin.
Okay. So you're 100% right. I'm going to take Step
Yeah.
Brothers. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, excellent movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one thing that maybe puts Step Brothers over the top a little bit more for me is, like, I really don't like Russell Brand, never have.
Oh, uh-huh.
I understand, like...
Acquired taste for that.
Sure. I'm, if you can't tell, a fucking Will Ferrell guy through and
Yep.
through. So, Step Brothers, again, just like Anchorman and Superbad, one of the most quotable comedies of all time. So, I'm calling Hawaiian Lady on this one.
Nice, yeah.
Here we go. Hawaiian Lady comes
Let's
through.
go.
Yes.
She doesn't disappoint.
Step Brothers. No, never does.
For the record, I would have chosen Step Brothers if I know, like, it wouldn't. It wasn't going to be a coin flip.
If people want to look at their quarters and see if they have this, the lady's name, Edith Hanakaole.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Edith is coming through.
We got 3 seed, 40-year-old virgin against the 14 seed Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, man.
This is
This bracket is fucking crazy. Napoleon Dynamite is such a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, vote for Pedro, I love the tater tots. The fucking football scene is just, that's one of my fucking favorite scenes in the comedy movie. But being honest with myself, Mike, 40-year-old virgin, just for a little context, when that movie came out, that was when we graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
There was probably like 20 of us that all went to the movies. We had the entire row of the theater. So just a great moment of, like, when that was coming back, time of my life, and everyone just nonstop laughing. That movie is so fucking funny. Steve Carell just the perfect person for that part.
Bags of sand.
Bags of sand. Napoleon Dynamite is an iconic movie. Has some great quotables, but I'm going with 40-year-old virgin here.
This might be my toughest matchup of round 1.
Mm-hmm.
I love both of these movies. We're gonna go to a flip though, and
Okay.
I'm picking Napoleon Dynamite. I'm picking it because it's so unlike any of these other movies.
That is true.
At the time, no fucking
very
stars.
different. Yep.
Like, nobody knew of any of these people. You could tell it was shot on a very low budget, but for whatever reason, it must have been, maybe it went through like a film festival first or something like that, but it had all this hype behind it.
Yes, it did.
Like, it was almost like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like an indie wrestling match or something.
It was like
this hype behind it. You had to see it.
It was like the comedy version of like the Blair Witch, felt like.
Yeah, like, I don't know why, but I just remember there being like so much talk about it. It's like, shit, I gotta see this. And I did, and I still laugh at to this day because how stupid it is.
It is so dumb.
Yeah. We're gonna flip. What are you calling?
40-year-old virgin, Mike, I think you gotta go with Edith.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go with Head because he was looking to get some.
He was looking to get a woman.
That's true. He's looking to get both of these.
That is true.
So we're gonna go with the Hawaiian Lady. It's Heads.
Wow.
It's Heads. See, he wasn't trying to get a Hawaiian lady. That's where the disconnect was. It was like just a white lady. That's where the disconnect was. 7 seed Shrek against the 10 seed Dodgeball.
Huh.
I do not consider Shrek a comedy.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page because that was going to be my thing where I don't think of Shrek as a comedy movie. That would be like me saying like Toy Story is a comedy movie.
I also don't really like Shrek that much compared to a lot of animated movies of the time.
That's a bad opinion. Shrek is fucking fantastic.
I like Puss in Boots better.
I've never seen it.
It's funny. I like it better. I like that character more than I like Shrek.
Huh.
I like Michael Myers.
Yeah, I mean, he's great. Shrek is awesome. We're not going to disrespect Shrek around here. But to me, as far as a comedy movie, Dodgeball. We've done a retro on that. It's fucking amazing. Still holds
Top
up.
5 conversation.
Absolutely.
I agree. Dodgeball. Final match of round 1. 2 seed, The Hangover. 15 seed, Borat.
I'll be honest here, Mike. never got into that whole Borat shtick and his whole gimmick of everything. I just
I'm
never
kinda
got
with
into it. And Borat just, it always like kind of honestly annoyed me, all that stuff.
Mhm.
I've never seen the movie because I had no desire to see that movie.
Okay.
But
I
I've
did
seen
see
clips.
Borat like once,
Mhm.
long time ago.
Yeah.
And okay, there was some like entertaining moments, I guess, but I agree with you that it is far more annoying than it is funny.
Yeah. And I just don't like that type of comedy, like, as far as that. And so, to me, The Hangover is it could be a top 10 comedy. So for some people, it's probably top 5, it could be even number 1. I think it's a fantastic movie. It's not my favorite, but I mean, that created a fucking megastar in Zach. Bradley Cooper,
Yeah.
incredible, right? The Stu character,
Yeah.
it's such a fucking great cast. The Mike Tyson
Heather
scene.
Graham.
Oh.
Heather Graham.
Just Hangover is fucking awesome. I'm picking Hangover. To me, it's easy.
I agree with you 100%. Hangover, I love the whole series.
I agree.
I think all the movies are great.
I
and
absolutely
Zach
agree with that.
Galifianakis, without question, is funnier than the Borat character.
I agree.
Without question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, second round, we got Wedding Crashers, the 16 seed, and Meet the Parents, the 9 seed.
I'm going to Meet the Parents. I know you're not a Meet the Parents guy, so I think we're going to flip it.
I agree. I'm going Wedding Crashers. We're going to flip it. What do you like?
I got to stick with heads for Meet the Parents.
All right.
Robert De Niro.
It's Hawaiian Lady.
Hey, see? She loves it with Wedding Crashers.
Yep, Wedding Crashers moves on. We got the 5 seed Pineapple Express and the 13 seed Superbad.
Ah, a little Seth Rogen action here.
Mm-hmm. By the way,
he's
Rogen
on
just as a character in Superbad is great too.
Oh yeah, he's so funny. You see here, like he's on different sides of the line.
Right.
As much as I like Pineapple Express, to me this is an easy choice actually. Choosing Superbad.
I'm with you. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
The 11 seed Step Brothers and the 14 seed Napoleon Dynamite.
Again, to me, Mike, this is easy. I'm going Step Brothers.
I agree. As much as I like Napoleon Dynamite, Step Brothers just blows it out of the water.
Yeah.
Then we got the 10 seed Dodgeball and the 2 seed The Hangover.
Oh, man. Mike, here's the thing. If I'm being honest with myself, I just enjoy Dodgeball more. Okay? We're sports guys. Very much entertaining like that. I think the Ben Stiller character is hilarious. I think in the grand scheme of pop culture and comedy, The Hangover would take it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going with Dodgeball.
I'm actually on board with you. Like, I really like The Hangover. I think The Hangover is more remembered, like, for just the entirety of, like, the series of movies. Dodgeball, it was a one-off, never heard from it again, and you didn't need to because it was just perfect the way it was. And it was so outlandish and just ridiculous, and Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller, like, played off each other perfectly. I'm going Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah.
The final 4, 16 seed Wedding Crashers and the 13 seed Superbad.
Hurts. Because I love Wedding Crashers so much. But I do recognize the greatness of Superbad, of course. I do think it has more relevancy to pop culture.
Yeah.
I also have a friend who is identical to McLovin. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with Superbad.
I was at a store and I saw like a McLovin like doll with a pull string and it says like a bunch of lines.
That's hilarious.
Damn, I halfway wanted to buy it.
Yeah, you should have got
that. I agree with you though. I'm going Superbad. Wedding Crashers is great, but I think it's like, can you say it's so significantly better than other movies with like Will Ferrell and Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson at the time? Not necessarily. Superbad was like, they made new stars.
That is true.
Out of that movie.
That is true.
So I'm going with that. And then the other matchup is the 10 seed Dodgeball and the 11 seed Step Brothers.
I mean, Step Brothers. To me, it's easy as far as just being a better comedy film, and how much more of an impact it has. Like, I love Dodgeball, but to me, it's easy. Step Brothers.
I thought you might go Dodgeball, but I'm so
Mm.
pleasantly surprised because I'm going Step Brothers also. And when I looked at this bracket, my thought was Step Brothers versus Superbad is probably what I
Oh,
would
okay.
want.
So there we go.
It was
Can
either
I-
Step Brothers against Superbad or Anchorman is what I was
Yeah.
looking for.
Thank you, man. Upset by the coin. Before we go on to the finals,
Mhm.
I have to give a shout out to one that's not here that I always really enjoyed, Starsky and Hutch.
I never saw the movie Starsky and
Dude.
Hutch. I should see it though, because I've always like
Do it.
intended to at some point.
Do it.
I'll watch
It's fun.
it at some
It's fun, the movie. It's fun, the movie.
but I will watch it at some point.
So good. You'll love it.
I was trying to think of what other 2000 comedies didn't make it. Most of them, White Chicks. That's a good one.
White Chicks is so fucking funny.
I know. School of Rock, I liked.
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he
What-
does have most of them on
Yeah.
here.
Definitely.
I'm trying to think if there's any like
Road
Jim
Trip?
Carrey one. Road Trip is so good. I don't know if it does crack top 16 though.
Harold and Kumar, the original.
That should be on here over I Love You Man.
Talladega Nights. I love
Talladega Nights is good. Knocked Up was very fucking.
Yeah,
I love
Knocked
Knocked Up.
Mhm.
I know people. I wasn't like a Zoolander person, but I know people like
me
it.
neither, actually.
Role Models.
Okay.
Have
yeah,
you
that's
seen
pretty
Role
cool.
Models?
Yep, I have seen that. That's
Me,
with
Myself, and
Cynthia, right?
Irene. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. American Pie was 99, right?
Yeah.
So that didn't quite make it.
I always liked Accepted, but I don't think that's
a good
top
one. I
16.
think we retroed that before.
We did retro it. Okay, 2 on here. 2 on this Google list.
Mhm.
Anger Management
Okay, yeah. I like that one.
with Jack Nicholson and Adam Sandler.
Yep.
I mean, we don't have any Adam Sandler here. This is absolutely absurd.
Yeah,
Um,
what's Adam Sandler's? So he did a lot in the late 90s.
Yeah. I still think he has some
Mid to
good
late.
ones in the 2000s. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I don't know if I ever saw that one. I was
Oh,
never a big Jay and
man.
Silent Bob guy.
Okay, because like Mallrats, Euro Trip is
Yeah,
fucking
Euro Trip's a great
awesome.
one. I like that.
They do have Road Trip on here. Bruce Almighty was big Jim Carrey one. Harold and Kumar, I agree with you, Mike. That one would
Mhm.
definitely be up there. Do Where's My Car? I know you and Donnie weren't as big on it, but I love that
No.
movie.
Adam Sandler.
Mhm.
Yeah, Mr. Deeds. Okay.
I was
Unless
never.
it's Zohan, not a fan.
Oh my god, Mike. I love that movie.
Did you? I'm not. a big
I love
fan.
it.
That's probably one of my least favorite Adam
It's
Sandler
so
movies.
fucking funny.
Click is alright.
That's okay.
Anger Management's good. Little Nicky, I like quite a bit.
Oh,
don't
I
think
was
you're
never
big on
into
it.
that. No.
Yeah. So we have opposites on Little Nicky.
Yeah.
As the Zohan.
Yeah, I mean,
Big
Adam
First Dates I
Sandler.
love.
That's a
But
good
it's not as
one.
much. It is a comedy, but it's not like a fucking bust your gut kind of laughing comedy.
Dude. Horrible Bosses.
Yeah. Oh, I love. Well, that's not 2000s though, right? Or is it?
Oh.
Was that 2009? It's probably in the 2010s, right?
You're right, 2011. Okay, it was only for that time. Okay, all right.
All right. I mean, I like his list though. He did do a good job.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll say we're on Step Brothers and
Okay, you know what?
Superbad.
I'll say this though, Mike.
Okay.
American Pie 2,
Mhm.
better than I Love You, Man.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree
Okay,
with that
all right.
for sure.
So what was the finals?
Step Brothers and Superbad. This is a damn near impossible choice for me.
That's a great one. Great finals. Because here's the thing. As far as like pop culture,
Mhm.
they're both up there. As far
Yeah.
like they're even basically
Mhm.
as far as quotables, making stars, and just being such an iconic comedy. I think people just constantly go to these two.
Yeah.
I always have to go, Mike, with what would I want to watch right now more than the
Yeah.
other one?
Mhm.
And to me, it's Step Brothers.
Mhm.
Like the scene with the fucking drum set, the scene where they're getting bullied by the kids, the Cali and the wine mix, like there is
Also,
the fucking
my
treehouse. It's
favorite
everything
scene-
is just fucking hilarious.
My favorite scene may just be when Brennan's brother is like driving and making his family sing "Sweet Child of Mine" and just like talking shit to his wife.
It's
about
so
how terrible
good.
She sounds.
The fucking bunk beds, there's so much room for activities. Like I've said that so many fucking times.
Same. Did we just become best friends?
Yeah. Honestly, the more I think about it, Mike, it's actually kind of easy.
I was so in between here. I don't think there's a bad choice. I could leave it up to the coin,
I'll leave it up to Edith.
but you sold me. Because I agree. If I had to choose between which one of those I want to watch right now, I am going to choose Step Brothers.
Yeah.
And I think that's good enough for me to
Oh,
go
yeah.
with the win. Step Brothers.
What a fucking bracket.
That was incredible.
That was fun. I'm so happy Donnie wasn't here. He'd been so fucking annoying because he probably hasn't seen any of these.
Yep. I would love to do like an expanded actual bracket with like listeners.
Well,
and stuff
we
on.
do have on our kind of like bracket ideas list of just like best comedy.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be down for it. And then you
Hell
can
yeah.
expand it. You can have stuff from the 90s and the 20s.
Oh yeah. Dumb and Dumber.
80s even. All right. Joey Dundo. Great
Crushed
email,
it.
man.
Yep, good email.
All great emails this week, and a great email section because it was just me and my buddy BG
Hell yeah.
hanging out. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope you enjoyed the last hour or so of the show. I know we did. But unfortunately, I think Donnie is going to be back next week. But we'll be here too, keeping it real like we always do. Guys, we'll catch you next week.